In Sioux Falls, South Dakota. This is Sioux Falls Storm football. And John, if you could check the microphone back in the studio. Thank you so very much. Hi, everybody. I'm Rich Roste, and welcome to the Storm pregame show. It's United Bowl 2016, and for the seventh year in a row, the Sioux Falls Storm are a participant in the Indoor Football League championship game. In 2010, the first year of the IFL, the Storm traveled to Billings, Montana, and lost to the Outlaws 43-34. But since that time, the Storm have won 5 consecutive United Bowl championships. Tonight, the 16-1 United Conference champion, the Sioux Falls Storm, faces the IFL's newest expansion team, the Spokane Empire, who are the winners of the N10's conference and bring a 13-4 record into the Denny Sanford Premier Center. The Storm have won 61 consecutive games at home, dating back to 2010. But if the Empire can garner a win this evening, that would not only break the Storm's winning streak, would also be the first visiting team to win the United Bowl. Joining me in the broadcast booth this evening is no stranger to our listening audience. He was the second head coach of indoor football in Sioux Falls, heading the Cobras and Storm to winning records during his 3-year stint, reaching the semifinals of the NIFL playoffs in 2002. His coaching career took him to the University of Louisville before returning to Sioux Falls to join the staff at Augustana College, where he rose to the position of head coach, where he again continued his winning leadership, guiding the Vikings to a school record 11 victories and a berth in the NCAA playoffs for the first time in 21 seasons. In between all of that, he graced the Storm broadcast booth as my color commentator. Currently, he is the assistant head coach specializing in the defensive line and linebackers at Southwest State University in Marshall, Minnesota. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct privilege to introduce to you a great coach, a commentator, and a great friend, Mike Aldrich. Mike, welcome back to the broadcast booth.
Well, I appreciate that, Rich. I'd love to have that introduction every time that we see each other. I'm going to take you on the road with me.
Well, I tell you what, Mike, we've got a ball game, but we had a hockey game break out prior to the festivities getting started. We had a melee on the field between these two ball clubs.
Yeah, it was. We were caught off guard. We were up here getting prepared for the broadcast, and the two teams kind of got sparked off pretty early. It looked like the visiting team was trying to poke the bear a little bit, and the Storm they kind of responded, but they didn't really. It wasn't like there were a lot of punches being thrown. It was just a lot of pushing and shoving. But I think the visitors were trying to show that they want to come in here and they're actually going to fight.
Well, the thing about it is the officials were not even in uniform yet. They were out in their street clothes, and they were bouncing in between players, trying to pull players apart. Coaches were out there trying to navigate and get players separated and try to get teams to back off, and then they get one fire put out, another one started on the other side of the field. Kind of takes us back to the years of the early 2000s down in Sioux City, Iowa, where we had a bench-clearing brawl down there.
Yeah, that was against the Sioux City Bandits. I think that was their first year, and it was the first time that we had ever won down there, and they were our big rivals at the time, and they took offense that we finally knocked them off, and as Curtis, who was the quarterback at the time, took a knee, one of their players came in and kind of took a cheap shot on Curtis, and so the Reverend James Bean decided to stand up for him, and HE double hockey sticks broke out after that, and it was memorable, to say the least.
I'll never forget Jim Bean, and he is a pastor. There's no doubt about that, but he took his helmet off, and he was using it for a billy club.
There were a number of them that were doing that. I was just talking with Donnie Hilsenroth before the game, and he brings that up all the time when I was trying to pull him back, and he just kind of shrugged his shoulders and threw me off, and he joined the melee. So,
well, tonight, again, there was a melee prior to this contest. The officials, and it's a very good officiating crew. Jim Schaefer, and this is the crew out of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Jim Schaefer, the referee. Steve Ludeman, the umpire. James Brockman, the line judge. Sean Barrow is the head linesman, and Mark Shield is the back judge, and they are a good crew. And also in attendance tonight is the director of officials for the Indoor Football League, Tom Falcinelli. And he also was out on the field and talking to the coaches, talking to players, talking to his officials. And I would have to believe that there was going to be an announcement starting this contest once the teams are back on the field. But tonight we got a football game. It's the United Bowl, and the Sioux Falls Storm are looking to win their 6th consecutive United Bowl. They have won 9 championships But a lot of times people forget that they have lost 2 championship games. Back in 2004, the Sioux Falls Storm lost to the Lexington Horsemen. And then in 2010, they lost to the Billings Outlaws out in Billings, Montana. Sioux Falls Storm, 5 championships in a row in the indoor football league, 5 United Bowl champions. But during the past 3 weeks, Mike, actually the last 3 games the Sioux Falls Storm has played, they've looked the best that they have had all season long. As a coach, how do you keep a team playing at that level and not become complacent?
Well, I think whenever you're talking any sport that has a postseason playoff tournament, what have you, you always want to be playing your best football or your best sport. You want to be playing your best ball at that time. So you peak at the right time. And so when you're playing your best going into the playoffs and then into the playoffs, there really isn't a struggle as a coach to try to keep them up for this last game. There's nothing after tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so they know that they're playing for the championships. Spokane's the same way. They know they got a chance to maybe knock off the Giants. So I don't think there's any issues with the coaching staff of the Storm trying to keep their guys up. I think it's more or less, you almost as a coach sometimes feel like, let's not do anything that would be easy to make a mistake. Let's just keeping it simple, doing what we've been successful at, and let's not outcoach ourselves.
Well, the umpire, they come into this ball game and they are 13-4 under Adam Shackelford. No stranger to United Bowl Championship. He brought 2 teams here with the Fever of Tri-Cities, and now he is with Spokane. We're a team that he had coached to a national title in AF2, and interestingly, the Spokane community has had 3 franchises in indoor football. AF2, Arena Football League, and now Indoor Football League. They have won championships in both the AF2 and Arena League in their first year in that league, and now if they would win tonight, that would be an unprecedented feat of winning in the first year of their existence in a league the national championship.
Well, I'm sure they've probably talked about that quite a bit within their team, and that they have that quote-unquote mojo of being successful early, and I'm sure they're going to rely on some of that history, just like the Storm's going to rely on their history of success at this level. So, I think you're right. I think this is going to be a really good ball game.
You know, the umpire have lost a couple key players in Trevor Kennedy and Carl Sims, but they've retooled themselves. They become a more broad-based team. They have 4 talented wide receivers, and they have a gifted running back in Andrew Pierce, who played last year, led the league in scoring for the Fever of Tri-Cities. You know, how can the umpire use the loss of 2 good players to their advantage with their more broad-based level and the number of talented players?
Well, I think the biggest thing is they didn't lose them yesterday, so they've had enough time to really put their personnel in the position they want, try to figure out what they can do well with the guys they have, and as you said, retool themselves, in which they have. I mean, you get a guy like Carl Sims, who used to play with us for the Storm, that was a vertical threat and could go. You take him out, well, now you got much smaller ball that you're going to play more underneath stuff, rely heavy on your running back, which they have and they've had that success doing so. So I think they've put themselves in the position where I think they feel really good about what they have coming in tonight.
One other question for Mike Aldrich. He is the former Storm head coach and now assistant head coach at Southwest State University in Marshall, Minnesota. Storm head coach Curtis Riggs and Empire head coach Adam Shackelford, they're both exceptionally talented coaches, and they're going to probably put in some new wrinkles as far as this system is concerned for this ball game tonight. But what do you think those 2 coaches will have for a game plan tonight?
Well, I think that, those 2 have played against each other, coached against each other, so they know that they've seen some wrinkles that they've had. I know Curtis, he likes to take some shots and have a couple little gambling shots early to try to loosen up the team that he's playing. But like I said, you also want to err on the side of not making too many mistakes and just let the guys be successful. But I would gamble that Shackelford and the Spokane team are going to be a little bit riskier, take a few more chances, because really, I mean, you look at it from the outside, what do they got to lose?
Yeah.
They're not really expected to win this game, so I'd expect to see them try to do some more trick plays and really try to open it up.
Tonight is appreciation night for all law enforcement, and right now Highway Patrol, Sioux Falls Police Department, also the Sheriff's Office of Minnehaha County, all in attendance, and they brought their cruisers out onto the playing surface for the introduction of players. So tonight it's United Bowl 2016 with the Sioux Falls Storm hosting the Empire. The Empire, this is the grand finale matchup of the Indoor Football League before laying this season to rest and putting the game balls in storage. This game is featuring the best teams this league has to offer, and I believe this one is going to be a dandy. Coming up next, we'll have a conversation with Storm head coach Curtis Riggs as the Storm pregame show continues. Brought to you by Boyer Trucks right here on Kello News Talk, AM 1320 and FM 107.9.
Sleep, catnap, doze,
Dream, snore, pray,
giggle, snuggle, hug,
read a book,
watch.
Breathe easier when you have your ducts cleaned by Waterbury. Call us today. Routine services can save you money in the long run. Call Waterbury to schedule yours today.
Eastway Bowl is more than just bowling. It's a full experience entertainment center. Like us on Facebook and visit our website to learn more about the full experience at Eastway Bowl.
What's the smart way to refresh your home? Get inspired by Granite Transformations. See how easy it is to transform your kitchen or bathroom with gorgeous quartz and granite backed by our lifetime warranty. Plus custom cabinet refacing, all without the mess of a traditional renovation. Explore the exciting possibilities at the New Look, New Style celebration happening now at Granite Transformations. Schedule your free in-home design consultation today.
You're not just disseminating facts. You're not just telling people what happened, but you're having to deal with the people it happened to.
We want to capture the effect. Why is it so important? Why is this happening?
Everything
Football, this
has an
segment brought
effect.
to you by Budweiser and the folks at Beal Distributing. Due to some technical difficulties, we do not have the interview that I recorded earlier with the head coach of the Sioux Falls, Curtis Riggs, but what I did talk to him about was some of the things that Coach Aldrich and I had talked about in this pregame as far as his team playing at such a high level and being able to maintain that going into this contest tonight. And he answered the question very much the same as Mike Aldrich did, in saying the fact that it's a game that you get excited for and you get up for yourself. But he added the fact that veteran leadership, that is the part that is so critical in a game like this, that you have the veteran leadership so that you don't go overboard with emotion, that you don't overplay, that you play within yourself. One of the key points that he said as far as this game is concerned is going to be Lorenzo Brown. Lorenzo Brown needs to keep the game in front of him. He does not have to overplay the game. Let the defense show him what they will offer, and for him to take advantage of it rather than to force it. He said that's going to be one of the keys of the contest. The line of scrimmage, again, is going to be very critical. The team from Spokane has given up 8 sacks on the entire season. They have a very good offensive line. The key for the Sioux Falls Storm defensive line is going to be not to get totally in on pressure on the quarterback, but to make the pockets smaller and to make their quarterback, Chuck Dowdell, make his area smaller to navigate. Don't give him that whole area to be able to roll out and find receivers. He is a very talented quarterback. Keep him contained inside. That's going to be one of the keys for the Sioux Falls Storm defense. Offensively for the Sioux Falls Storm, Coach Riggs talked about the importance of the running game. He definitely is going to try to establish the running game. He feels that Spokane is going to try to establish it with their new running back, Andrew Pierce, who is no stranger to indoor football, being the fact that he had scored so many touchdowns last year with the Tri-Cities Fever. But the Storm is anticipating that. But the Storm offense, they are definitely going to try to establish that running game, and especially early. And like Coach Aldrich just talked about, Coach Riggs oftentimes likes to throw in a deep one just to keep the defense honest. But you're listening to the Storm pregame show, brought to you by Fireplace Professionals right here on Kello News Talk, AM 1320 and FM 107.9. We'll be back after this timeout. This is Storm Football.
Eastway Bowl is more than just bowling. It's a full experience entertainment center. Like us on Facebook and visit our website to learn more about the full experience at Eastway Bowl.
Your body, a remarkable network of bone, tissue, and joints working in perfect harmony. But when injuries occur, that process can be interrupted. At Orthopedic Institute, orthopedic medicine is all we do. We work to get you up and moving again, recreating that perfect harmony, whatever that may be for you. Orthopedic Institute, we're the one to trust to keep your body in motion.
We're the Lightning Girls, and this is the all-new 2016 Nissan Titan from Billion Nissan.
It's Cars.com's best pickup truck of 2016.
Billion Nissan Sioux Falls or BillionAuto.com.
Breathe easier when you have your ducts cleaned by Waterbury. Call us today. Routine services can save you money in the long run. Call Waterbury to schedule yours today.
People that I work with are family. We get more time with the patients to deliver that personalized care.
I know that our patients are satisfied and happy with their outcomes.
And I've had more than one patient say to me, you know, I can really feel that you guys like being here and taking care of patients. And that's wonderful to hear, because that's the truth.
We give the best care in the world.
And just a better overall experience for the patient.
And that's why I chose to come work here at Sioux Falls Specialty Hospital.
You're not just disseminating facts. You're not just telling people what happened, but you're having to deal with the people it happened to.
We want to capture the effect. Why is it so important? Why is this happening?
Everything has an effect.
It's time for Sioux Falls Storm football. It's time to bring you to the broadcast booth. And for all the exciting play-by-play, here's the legendary Hall of Fame voice of Sioux Falls Storm football, the Silver Fox, Rich Roste.
And welcome back. It is United Bowl 2016. And over 9,000 tickets have been sold for this contest, and the stadium, the arena, the facility of Denny Sanford Premier Center is filling up, and it's getting noisy. It's going to be noisy all night long unless the Empire can quiet the crowd by making an offensive push in this contest and building a lead. And then again, the crowd may really get into it on top of it if the Storm is behind and working their way back. Let's run down the starting lineups for Adam Shackelford's 13-4 Spokane Empire. Starting offensively, wide receivers, Samuel Charles, wide receiver 6'4", 220 pounds, out of Edward Waters College. Their quarterback, Chuck Dowdell, 6 foot 210, out of Saginaw Valley State. Wide receiver, DeAndre Burrell, 6'1", 200-pounder out of Utah State University. And their running back, Andrew Pierce, 5'9", 210 pounds out of University of Delaware. And he replaces Trevor Kennedy, 6'4", 205 pounds out of Mercyhurst University. And he had just put up such huge numbers in only 13 games. He had 28 rushing touchdowns. But Andrew Pierce has played very well just in that one game that the Empire had against the Nebraska Danger. Rounding out their starting offensive lineman, that wide receiver, J.J. Hayes, at 6'4", 210 pounds out of Lamar. Across that front offensive line, Michael Boyafiel, 6'2", 320 out of Texas A&M Commerce. Mike Trice, a former Storm player, 6'6", 340 out of Hofstra. And Dave Lafotu, 6'2", 330 pounds out of University of Hawaii. Defensively for the Spokane Empire, Josh Ferguson, who has spent some time as a running back after the injury to Trevor Kennedy, but he's back on the defensive side, 5'8", 185 out of UTEP, University of Texas, El Paso. Another defensive back, 5'11", 200-pounder out of Western Kentucky, T.C. Robertson, they call him Tyree. Toby Jackson on the defensive line, 6'4", 265 pounds out of University of Central Florida. Robert Brown, the leading tackler with the Empire, 5'10", 175 out of Union College. Then Pascual Baquillo, linebacker, 6'1", 230 pounds out of Buffalo State College. Brett Bowers, a defensive lineman, 6'3", 265, University of New Mexico. Nick Haig, linebacker, 6'3", 240 pounds out of Assumption College. And rounding out the defensive alignment, Benjamin Perry, defensive lineman, 6'5", 280 out of the University of Minnesota. And tonight, it is Law Enforcement Appreciation. Let's take it down to the field.
Again, with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, because the flag's for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
At this time, the flag has been presented.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of South Dakota, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, New York to LA. There's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Well, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave their right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
And during that
Mr.
time,
Okay.
and during that time, the flag was unfolded. It covers a total of 20 yards and about 15 yards in width. And all the Storm players came to help the officers to wave the flag.
United Bowl. Now, I'm extremely happy you're all here tonight. We all are. But there's something else we want to make sure that we point out. We're here tonight, obviously, for a very big game. But we've also made tonight's game an appreciation night for the law enforcement of our country. That's right. Now I'm going to take a few words from President George W. Bush when he said last week in Dallas at the memorial. He said that all of us like to think that if we were put in a position, we would put our lives in harm's way to protect those that we love. Well, the men and women that put the blue on and gear up every day say that exact same thing, except they say it about every citizen in the United States of America. Not only do we want to bring that, obviously, to your attention tonight, but we also want to talk a little bit about unity. Our country is going through some divisive times. There are certain topics that are, how do I put this? People are divided on. No matter where you stand on any of those topics, I believe that any level-headed American wants the United States of America to remain united. No matter where you stand on any of these topics, division is not an option. Over 150 years ago, Abraham Lincoln said, you'd think we'd have learned by now, but a house divided will not stand. What we can do tonight, we might not be able to make a change on a national scale, but in Sioux Falls, a couple 100,000 people, almost 9,000 of us here tonight, as Sioux Falls can say, no, we will not be divided. We will remain united. This is a big game tonight, but it's nothing compared to the importance of the United States of America and our country to each and every one of us. So before I take a leave of the field, I would like everyone to remain standing. Give one more huge round of applause for the men and women of Sioux Falls and the surrounding area law enforcement. Also, I'd like to pay homage to all the lost lives that have occurred in the United States over the past few months due to violence of all kinds. I'm not speaking about anyone in particular. A loss of life is purely sad, no matter whose it is. When you see a 13-year-old boy draped across the casket of his own father, that's the truth of what's been happening in our country. So let's take a moment, pay homage to all those lives with a moment of silence. Two more things. Let's win number 10. And God bless America.
And that was Eric Van Beek, a member of the Sioux Falls
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eric Van Beek, more time!
And he is a part of the Sioux Falls Storm office and also a part of the...
Fans, please remain standing if you're able to, and remove your caps and direct your attention to the field. And welcome Kellen Ben-Gerdes for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket
And what a singing of our national anthem. And at this time, we must never forget our troops. We must never forget why they are serving. Godspeed until they're all safely home. And the same is true for all of the law enforcement. Godspeed until you, too, are safely home. We're going to pause for a 30-second timeout. When we come back, we'll get ready to kick United Bowl 2016 off for you right here on Kello News Talk, AM 1320 and FM 107.9.
You're not just disseminating facts. You're not just telling people what happened, but you're having to deal with the people it happened to.
We want to capture the effect. Why is it so important? Why is this happening?
Everything has an effect and everything has an impact. It's more than just providing headlines. It's the idea of this has happened and this is why you should care.
It's the driver of how we do news, because we want people to know that we care.
Flag is retired from the Denny Sanford Premier Center. A final round of applause for all of the law enforcement who are carrying that flag. Hi, everybody. I'm Rich Roste, along with Mike Aldrich, former Storm head coach and a broadcast partner of mine for many years. Let's run down the starting lineups for the Sioux Falls Storm. They are 16-1 on the year. Under head coach Curtis Riggs in his 14th year, he's 198-34. That's 853 percentage points winning percentage. Offensively, Corey Williams at a wide receiver, 5'11", 185 out of Northwestern Oklahoma State. Brandon Johnson Farrell, the running back. They call him BJ, 5'10", 190 out of the University of Rhode Island. The quarterback, Lorenzo Brown, 6 foot, 205-pounder in his 6th year with the Storm out of the University of Sioux Falls. Caleb Holly, a wide receiver at 6'3", 200-pounder out of East Carolina University. Mike Tatum, also a wide receiver, 5'10", 170 out of Oxnard College. And across that front offensive line, Mania Smith, Kyle Bryant, and back in the saddle at center, Charlie Sanders. And they go Mania Smith, 6'6", 375, and that's a conservative estimate. Kyle Bryant at 6'6", 315, and Charlie Sanders, 6'1", 330. And Rashad Mungro will see time on that offensive line also after that outstanding game that he had last week. 6'6", 315 pounds out of Eastern Kentucky University. Defensively, Tyler Knight, leading tackler in the IFL, 169 tackles, 6 foot, 225 out of Mississippi Valley State. Elijah Fields out of the University of Pittsburgh, 6'2", 215. Matt Hermanson, 6 foot, 200-pounder out of University of Montana. John Setzer, defensive back, 5'11", 190 out of Winston-Salem State University. Claude Davis on the defensive end, 6'5", 265 out of the University of South Florida. And then Carlton Watkins, 5'10", 180 out of Tiffin University. Brandon Pegues on the defensive line, 6'2", 250 pounds. And rounding out the defensive alignment, Brian Keys, 6'1", 330 out of Minnesota State University at Mankato. The teams are on the field. The umpire dressed in their orange jerseys, black pants, orange leggings, black helmets. And the Sioux Falls Storm in their home uniforms, the gray with the blue numerals, the gray helmets, the blue pants, and the red spats tonight. Mike, this is when your heart starts to beat just a little bit faster, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's. I mean, even up here in the radio booth, it's. Feel like we're waiting forever to get this thing going. So yeah, I think everybody's anxious for that first kickoff, and let's just get this game going.
This is the first ever playoff game between these teams. The Sioux Falls Storm average 59 points. They give up 45. Scoring for Spokane, they score 51. They give up about 44. And these teams played earlier this year. Sioux Falls defeated the Empire twice here at home, 63-50, and that was a lot tighter ball game than the score indicates. The Empire had the ball with 57 seconds left to go. They were only trailing by 3 points, but they threw an interception. The score get a touchdown. Storm win 63-50. Then the Storm went out to Spokane, and they were victorious out there, 59-35. The Empire's other two losses, both at the hands of the Billings Wolves. Sioux Falls Storm, 16-1, their one loss at the hands of the Cedar Rapids Titans. Officials getting ready for the coin toss. The captain's going to be going out onto the field. And waiting for a head referee, Jim Schaefer, to instruct the captains to come out for the coin toss. And we'll take it down to the field to Jim Schaefer for the coin toss ceremony.
Captain, shake hands, introduce yourselves. I want to welcome Trooper Steen, Deputy Thomas, and Becky as honorary captains to midfield. Spokane, as the visitors, is your choice call. This is the heads, this is the tails. What is your call? Tails is called. It is a heads. You have won the toss. Sioux Falls has won the toss. We'll defer to the second half. You'd like the ball. Which goal would you like to defend and kick from? What's your back? Spokane will receive. Good luck, man.
So the Sioux Falls Storm have won the toss, and they have done what they have done every other time that they have won the toss. They have elected to defer. They want the ball to start the second half. So the Sioux Falls Storm will be facing the offense of the Empire, the quarterback Chuck Dowdell, and he comes into this ball game 2,435 yards, 59 passing touchdowns against 14 interceptions. He's also the leading ball carrier now because of the injury to Trevor Kennedy. He's put up 442 yards and 7 rushing touchdowns. It's going to be interesting to see, Mike, how Andrew Pierce adjusts to the Sioux Falls Storm in this contest as running back.
Well, you know, the Storms always puts a lot of emphasis on being a very strong defensive-minded team, especially when it comes to stopping the run. And the way that they're structured defensively, it is to do just that. So it's going to kind of be strength versus strength when it comes to Spokane's offense and the Storm's defense. So it'll be real curious to see who's going to get the upper hand, because that'll probably be the bigger telltale of the outcome of this game.
You're listening to this segment brought to you by First Premier Bank here in Sioux Falls. Justin Sarabatka will be kicking for the Sioux Falls Storm. Sarabatka out of South Dakota State University. At one time led the IFL in kicking field goal percentage at 80%. 83% PAT kicker for the Sioux Falls Storm this year. Last week, Mike, we had Adam Hicks on and doing the broadcast, and he was outstanding on the air, as he always was.
Well, the great thing about Adam is he's probably the only kicker ever in the history of football to have his number retired and put into a Ring of Honor.
That's about right.
That's not normally set for a kicker, but I think that's more because of his personality.
And his touchdown-saving tackle.
That's right.
And back to receive the kickoff for the Empire is going to be Robert Brown. Comes to the ballgame, 97 tackles, defensive back, 7 interceptions, 12 broken passes. First team All IFL in 2016. He is the one lone back, and the up back is going to be Josh Ferguson. And Sarabatka puts a line drive. Knuckleballer takes a bounce off the wall in the end zone, brought out, and it's going to be at the 5-yard line to the 10. Boom! And hit and dropped down from the backside as Robert Brown gets hit and hit hard by Watkins, Carlton Watkins, out of Tiffin University. So the Empire will start this United Bowl 2016. They're going to have the ball first down and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
You make a big play like that on your kickoff team. It really gives a lot of juice to that defense now coming out. The ball's backed up inside the 15-yard line. It makes our coach have to walk a little bit farther down the field, which is always good. But then see if they can play off that momentum.
Well, we'll see how the fireworks will start, because prior to this game getting underway, both teams are at it, jawing and pushing and yelling and all that kind of stuff. Now we have to play football. Now the Empire are going to come out. They're going to have Pierce to the left of Dowdell. Trips to the left side, only one in motion. They hand it off, goes there to Pierce, breaks the tackle line of scrimmage, crosses the 15 out to about the 18-yard line before Watkins brings him down along with Fields. Gain of about 4.
Well, Spokane came right out with a zone read action, which I think is going to be their bread and butter here today, because Dowdell is a real good runner himself, and they're just going to sit and read the defensive ends of the Storm all night, see if they crash down on the running back or if they're going to honor the quarterback.
Gain of 5, splitting out to the right side. Also receiver split to left, one in motion to the right slot. Give the handoff to Pierce, got some room there to start, but quickly closes his field, and Knight combine on the stop and bring him down.
That time Spokane came with the same action in the backfield, but they ran a trap play where one of their offensive linemen pulled, trying to create a little bit of a seam inside, and looked like it was there for a split second, but the Storm did a really good job of closing down and keeping that to a 2-yard gain.
So the ball's going to be resting right at the umpire 20-yard line. It is 3rd down and about 3 yards to go. 3rd down and about 3 yards to go. Going to spread the offense. Nobody in the backfield. Will Dowdell. He gets the shotgun snap. Quickly fires it upfield. Caught for a first down at the Storm 24-yard line as he got that to J.J. Hayes.
So as a coach, you watch and see now the first time Spokane's in a 3rd down situation, 3rd and 4, they come out with an empty backfield, 4 wide receivers. They run just quick 4 hitches across, which is a quick pass for their quarterback. Storm came with an all-out blitz, so he was able to really just hit a quick replacement route to get that first down. But that's one of those things you start to kind of keep track of as a coach as the game gets going here, is what Spokane does on 3rd downs.
Hayes and Burrell split to the left side. They're deep. Also receivers split on the short side to the right. Pierce is to the left of Dowdell at quarterback shotgun formation. Give it off. No, it's a fake. The handoff. Dowdell's going to run it himself. Storm bit on the Pierce, and Dowdell picks up about 4.
And that's exactly right there is that zone read action where the quarterback puts the ball into the belly of the running back, and he reads the defensive end, and if he crashes down, which he does, the quarterback pulls it and picks up a nice little 4-yard gain for himself. And this quarterback does a really good job of holding that fake a lot longer than a lot of quarterbacks do, which makes it real tough on the defense.
I want to thank Gene Slattery for bringing up some treats for Mike Aldrich and I. Great cookies, bars, cake. Oh my.
It's going to be a good broadcast because of that, Rich.
Yeah. 2nd down and about 6. Dowdell from the backfield fires it upfield, gets it to Charles. He caught it, brought down by Hermanson into the boards at about the 9-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and goal after the gain of 16.
So Spokane again there on 2nd and long showed an empty backfield set, 2 receivers to a side, a deeper drop, and they ran what's a double smash route, which is a hitch, a short route on the outside, and a corner route on the inside, about a 10-yard route to the boards. And they caught the Storm playing cover 2, so there's a little bit of a soft zone there, and hit it. So watch for Coach Hermanson to really adjust his coverages when they get an empty backfield here.
This time they come out in a wishbone formation alignment. They'll go in motion out of that. 2 in motion, go looping around to the right side. Quick toss, goes out there, gets it to Burrell. He caught one of the Storm defenders a little bit flat-footed, did a move, takes it down to about the 4-yard line before he's tripped up, and that's a gain of 5.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot of the playbook here from Spokane, going from different formations to different types of plays. There was a pitch to the wide receiver as he's in motion. Doing a little bit here, working. Coach Shackelford's working his script, really trying to see how this defense is going to adjust and try to use that to his advantage as this game goes on.
Now the umpire. First possession of the contest of United Bowl 2016. They have 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line, stacked to the left side, and they'll move over and slide to the right. Give off, handoff goes to Pierce. He's going to be brought down for a loss. Big tackle brought inside by Brian Keys as he beat his center and got in there. A loss back to the 9-yard line. That's a loss of 5.
Well, and that's just a great defensive play there. Keys beat his center and really beat the guard coming inside. They had 2 defensive linebackers on the field for Spokane as blockers, and as they were working outside, the offensive line didn't do their job to block the D-line. Keys was able to slip inside without really getting touched, and was able to negate that play right before it even started.
So now it is 3rd down and goal from the 9-yard line. And Coach Shackelford is not afraid to go for it on 4th down. He's done that a lot this year. And now 2 in motion, and a timeout's called. Fortunately for the umpire, they get that timeout recognized because the center snapped it back. The quarterback wasn't there, and the ball was bouncing towards the Storm end zone, but they're going to call the timeout. So with the timeout on the field, we'll pause. No score, 9:39 to play first quarter. First possession, Empire with the ball. And you're listening to this segment brought to you by Lewis Stores right here on Kello News Talk, AM 1320 and FM 107.9.
Your body, a remarkable network of bone, tissue, and joints working in perfect harmony. But when injuries occur, that process can be interrupted. At Orthopedic Institute, orthopedic medicine is all we do. We work to get you up and moving again, recreating that perfect harmony, whatever that may be for you. Orthopedic Institute, we're the one to trust to keep your body in motion.
Breathe easier when you have your ducts cleaned by Waterbury. Call us today. Routine services can save you money in the long run. Call Waterbury to schedule yours today.
Action, back to pass down. Dale throws, end zone, caught, touchdown as he got that to J.J. Hayes on a slide route across the front of the end zone, and he gets it connected. Touchdown, Empire on a long opening drive.
Yeah, that was a very strong drive by Spokane, and they topped it off with the 3rd and 9 conversion. Again, they came out with an empty backfield set, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And really they're just trying to work on one-on-one with the safeties. I think they're seeing the Storm are looking to blitz a little bit more when there's no running back in there, and just trying to get leverage in a one-on-one situation. They took advantage of it.
So onto the field to try the point after is Pat Clark. There's the snap, there's the kick, it's up, and it is good. And the Empire used a ton of time, and I'll wrap up this scoring drive after we pause for this media timeout. But the score is the Empire 7 and a Storm coming to Matt in United Bowl 2016. And you're listening to courtesy of the Mattress Firm right here on Kello News Talk, AM 1320 and FM 107.9.
Breathe easier when you have your ducts cleaned by Waterbury. Call us today. Routine services can save you money in the long run. Call Waterbury to schedule yours today.
You're not just disseminating facts. You're not just telling people what happened, but you're having to deal with the people it happened to.
We want to capture the effect. Why is it so important? Why is this happening?
Everything has an effect and everything has an impact. It's more than just providing headlines. It's the idea of this has happened and this is why you should care.
It's the driver of how we do news, because we want people to know that we care.
And welcome back to Storm Football. Rich Roste along with Mike Aldrich and the Empire out of Spokane. Opening drive, 8 plays, 37 yards, 5 minutes, 21 seconds. Picked up a couple first down, capped it off with a Dowdell to Hayes. Touchdown pass from 9 yards out. Point after touchdown by Pat Clark is good. And now Clark will be kicking off for the Sioux Falls Storm with their first offensive series. But, boy, that was a statement drive, Mike.
Yeah, it really couldn't have gone any better for Spokane, because, by the end of this game, they're going to have really leaned on their run game. But they got the Storm to kind of suck up on the run and did a good job against it, but it ended up opening the pass. And so I think if you're Shackelford and the Spokane coaching staff, now what you're hoping is now the Storm's going to start pulling back to be in better position to cover the pass, and then that run game's going to open back up underneath.
9:34 to play in this first quarter. And now Pat Clark is going to kick it off for the Empire. Back to receive is Corey Williams, the Special Teams Player of the Year, high end over and kick 5 yards deep. He comes up the center, veers to the right side, 5, makes a move, tripped up and brought down as getting a hand and dropping it down was Borrell. Otherwise, Corey Williams had a bit of opening out to the outside, but we have a flag on the field.
Yeah, we're going to get a clip back here on about the 7-yard line. So it's going to take the ball probably within the back inside the 5 here for the
illegal block in the back. Number 2. on the receiving team. Half the distance foul. 1st and 10.
So the Storm now with 9:30 to play in this first quarter, trailing 7-0. They have the ball at their own 4-yard line, 1st down and 10 after the penalty.
Look for maybe Spokane, because they got the Storm backed up, to try to come with a little blitz action early. See if they can get them backed up.
Nick Haig is their key linebacker, second team All-IFL in the 2016. Lorenzo Brown will be under center this time. Takes the handoff, flag on the field. Lorenzo Brown's going to throw upfield, gets it there to Caleb Holly at about the 18 or 22-yard line, making a couple moves, but he's going to be wrapped up and brought in by Robert Brown. But we have a flag on the field, and I have to believe this is going to be against Spokane.
Yeah, it's going to be on Spokane's defensive back. He came flying up the field to meet one of the receivers in motion.
Offside. Defense, number 17. That penalty is declined. Result of the play. 1st and 10.
So there you go.
So it's going to be at the Sioux Falls Storm, 21-yard line, as they move that up 17 yards on the pass completion to Caleb Holly, and he has been fun to watch this year, Mike.
He's a touchdown machine. What is he? I think he have about 21 touchdowns already on the year. So
in only 12 games.
Unbelievable.
Now 2 deep on the right side for the Sioux Falls Storm. Also 2 on the line of scrimmage left to the short side of the field. Lorenzo Brown gets the snap. Quickly snaps it out to the right side. Gets it to Corey Williams. He makes a couple moves, and he's going to be corralled after the gain of 5 yards at the 24-yard line of the Empire. Storm coming out firing. Yeah, they only threw 8 passes last week, Mike, and they've already thrown 3 in this contest.
Well, and that time was, it's almost like a run play that's designed outside the numbers, just a screen to the running back, and he's able to pick up a good 5 yards and be right on schedule here at 2nd and 5.
Now Tatum coming to the near side along with Holly. Deep right is going to be Williams also with Tatum. And Brandon Johnson-Fair will be to the right of Lorenzo Brown. Now Tatum goes in motion left side. BJ goes around the left side. He's going to be corralled down and bringing him down immediately. Toby Jackson, that defensive end, did a good job sliding out. 6'4", 255 out of the University of Central Florida.
The Storm ran their own version of a zone read there, a little bit further outside. Nobody was there to block the defensive end. He makes a big tackle for loss. But what that shows you right there is look for Lorenzo to pull that ball next time and run right up the pipe.
7:38 to go first quarter. Storm trailing 7-0. Lorenzo Brown winds up with trips to the right side. Play action pass. There's the blitz. It's picked up. Lorenzo Brown's going to run. Stutter step. Now he pumps. Now he's going to dump it across the middle. Throws it into the crowd. Looking there for BJ. Brandon Johnson-Farrell way over his head. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Spokane came with the blitz that time. The Storm did a really good job of picking it up, but enough to get Lorenzo to feel like he had to get moving and scramble. And tell you what, you could see how much more mature he is than the first time he was with the Storm, because there Lorenzo would have really tried to force it instead of just throwing it away to play another day.
7 minutes even to go in this first quarter. Storm trailing 7-0. 4th down. Coach Riggs not afraid to go for it on 4th down. Going to have trips to the right side. Tatum's going to be the one back on the left. Lorenzo Brown, shotgun formation. Here's the blitz. Dumps it across the middle. Gets it to Caleb Holly. He gets past the defender. He picks up the 1st down as he made a move around Cassius Sendish. Sendish unable to corral, and now the Storm get a 1st down to the 16-yard line with Caleb Holly.
Right now, Curtis is taking advantage. They're going with no running backs, and Spokane's just blitzing every play, and they're able to get those replacement routes in there, and there's just nobody in space.
Sendish signed at the end of regular season and first appearance in an Empire uniform. Lorenzo Brown, quarterback draw. This time he gets his legs cut out from under him as Pasquale Vacchio comes in and knocks him down, a 6', 230-pounder out of Buffalo State College.
Just a quarterback lead draw there. It looked like it was opening up pretty nice, but that safety did a real good job of dropping down in there, and I think it's a little bit more. They're playing a lot of man coverage. He had the running back anyway, so they're able to get that extra player in there.
1 yard on the gain, 2nd down and 9 from the 15-yard line of Spokane. Through the boxes, Tatum, but the handoff goes to Brandon Johnson-Farrell. Makes a move, trips over his offensive tackle's leg as he got tied up with Kyle Bryant, but he falls forward for about a yard.
A lot of traffic in there to try to run the football, but Curtis is going to keep trying to work it in there, like he said in the pregame. I think you're going to see here next series Curtis is going to do some stuff with the motion to catch these defenders, because they are flying all over trying to cover motion, and they're going to get themselves out of position and get some penalties here.
The umpire, very lanky defensive line, long and mean and lean. 5 minutes to go in this first half. Storm trailing 7-0. Back to pass, Lorenzo Brown. 3rd down and 8. Fires it upfield, too far up, ahead of BJ Brandon Johnson-Farrell. It's tipped in the end zone, but it should have been picked off by Robert Brown. He had it, rolled down, and the ball came through his hands. Incomplete. Oh my.
Yeah, Lorenzo had the running back coming out of the backfield. He just overthrew him, got it through his fingers, and that's one of those mistakes we talked about pregame. I mean, you don't want to force some of those balls. There's no reason to it's like in tennis. You don't want to make unforced errors. If you're going to have an error, make it be because the other side made a better play than you, but that's just throwing the ball out into no man's land, and luckily the kid dropped it, and it didn't hurt the Storm in the long run.
On the 9th play of the drive, it's going to be a field goal attempt, and this one's going to be from the 21, be a 31-yard field goal attempt for Saravaka, 1 of 2 from 30 to 39 yards. Here's the kick, got plenty of leg in it. It's way wide to the left side. It is no good. And the umpire did exactly what they wanted to do, Mike. They get the touchdown, and they stop the Sioux Falls Storm, and they get the ball back with 4:08 left to play in this first quarter, leading 7-0. We'll pause for 30 seconds. You're listening to Storm Football, brought to you by Orthopedic Institute, right here on Hello News Talk, AM 1320 and FM 1079.
Eastway Bowl is more than just bowling. It's a full experience entertainment center. Like us on Facebook and visit our website to learn more about the full experience at Eastway Bowl.
Brought to you by Scott Lumber and Supply Company. On the field right now, they're having an on-field activity, and one of the members of the encore of on-field production is Drizzle. Drizzle, the mascot, little person, special little person mascot for the Sioux Falls Storm, Adam Brown, and he's going to be retiring after this ball game. And he has other commitments. He works for Disney on ice and does a lot of performing across the country. And he's going to retire, Drizzle. And we're going to have him on the Curtis Riggs Show on Tuesday, the final Curtis Riggs Show at 5:30 on our sister station, Sports Talk KWSN. And that's at 5:30 on Tuesday. We'll have Adam Brown. Also we'll have the head coach, Curtis Riggs. 4:08 left to play in this first quarter. The umpire leading 7-0. They just stopped the Sioux Falls Storm on their first possession. After an 8-play drive in the 9th play, they tried a field goal of 31 yards. No good to the left side. And now the umpire could have the ball first down and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Well, you don't want to say this with 4 minutes left in the first quarter, but it's a pretty critical drive here for both sides. If Spokane can put something together, they can give themselves a 2-score buffer. If the Storm, they need to get a stop here. They need to try to keep this thing on schedule, get the ball back for their offense. The thing they got going for them is you got a 45-yard field here for Spokane to drive. So we'll see what the defense is made of here.
Dowdell will be the quarterback, shotgun formation, standing on his own goal line. To the left of him is going to be Andrew Pierce. Deep left is going to be J.J. Hayes. Also receivers split to the right side. That's going to be Samuel Charles. Motion. Handoff inside, making some move. Breaking a tackle, taking it for a gain of about 4 yards out to about the 9-yard line. Hermanson in on the stop on Pierce, the ball carrier. 2nd down and 6.
A little bit more conservative here coming out of your own end zone. Ball on the 5, they go again with that zone read. A little stutter step by number 70, the left tackle Mike Trice, to really influence the defensive end up the field and really open up a seam for the running back.
Davis, Keys, and on the defensive line there is Pegues. For the Storm, here's a snap, shotgun formation, no rush. And it's going to be a quarterback draw and only going to pick up about 2 or 3 yards here by Dowdell as Hermanson combines in the stop with Fields.
Again, another new play by Spokane that we haven't seen yet today. Empty backfield, quarterback draw right up the middle. Try to make it a one-on-one with the linebacker or the safety that drops down in there. And Storm keep it to a small gain, so now we're at 3rd and 4.
Like Mike said, very critical series early in this contest. Storm trailing 7-0 United Bowl 2016. They have won 5 championships in a row, looking for number 6 tonight. Motion line of scrimmage, offsides. They're going to back it up 5 yards against the umpire. That one might be credited to the crowd noise, as the umpire could not get that snap off in time.
Yeah, and the slot receiver there was going in motion. You get a little bit of a buffer zone in the neutral zone.
1 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
At that time, the receiver was a good 4 yards offsides by the time that ball got snapped.
So the penalty pushes it back to the 6-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down now and 9. 3rd down and 9. Empire leading 7-0. 2:45 to play in this first quarter. And now Pierce is going to go in the slot to the right side. Charles split out farther. J.J. Hayes and Burrell. Burrell goes in motion to the left. Back to pass. Fires upfield, gets it there to Burrell, and he's going to be just shy of the 1st down. It's going to be out to about the 14-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down and about a yard. And I'd be very surprised if Coach Shackelford does not go for it.
Again, empty backfield. They just ran a little isolation route there. Got one-on-one with Watkins. He did a really good job. Open field tackle. Stopped him a yard short. Didn't let go. Didn't allow the receiver to get away from him. Forward momentum. Gets him up to the 14. Still brings up 4th down, but it was a real good tackle there for the Storm defensive back.
Spokane averages about 4 yards a rush. They have only about 1 yard to navigate, but they're going to talk about it and take their second timeout. Second timeout charge to Spokane. So we'll pause for 30 seconds. You're listening to United Bowl 2016, brought to you by Sioux Falls Specialty Hospital. Back in 30.
What's the smart way to refresh your home? Get inspired by Granite Transformations. See how easy it is to transform your kitchen or bathroom with gorgeous quartz and granite backed by our lifetime warranty. Plus custom cabinet refacing, all without the mess of a traditional renovation. Explore the exciting possibilities at the New Look, New Style celebration happening now at Granite Transformations. Schedule your free in-home design
54 to play in this first quarter of United Bowl 2016. Sioux Falls Storm 16-1 on the year. The Spokane Empire 13-4, winners of their respective conferences. Now the Empire have 4th down and about a yard to go at their own 14-yard line. Dowdell shotgun formation. 2 left, 2 deep right. Waiting for the snap. There it is. Dowdell. Cox fires it to the right side. Caught for a 1st down as he got there to Burrell. Burrell caught it at the 18-yard line. That's a 1st down for the Empire.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be run all the way there. But one of the rules with indoor football is on 4th down, you can bring your linebacker right up to the line of scrimmage and put him into the gap. And Spokane had no running back, so they had 3 blockers, and the Storm had 4 up front. So the quarterback quick check to a short pass to the outside. There's just no way he could run the ball in there.
So now with a fresh set of downs, the Empire from their own 19-yard line gives it off to Pierce. Box steps inside, goes out toward right, upended by in there was Watkins, or check that, Blackman, and a gain of about 4 yards out to the 23-yard line.
Yeah, and that was just a simple dive, so there wasn't a little zone read action like we'd seen earlier. And as Pierce was going up inside, you saw that Tyler Knight filled the hole. He put a nice little move on and jumped to the outside, but heads-up play by Blackman at the corner to come up and make a nice ankle-biting tackle to upend him and keep it to a relatively short gain.
Pierce at 5'9", 210 pounds. Now empty backfield for Dowdell. There's a snap, one through the box, fakes the handoff to him. He's going to run instead. I think that was a busted play. I think he was supposed to get that to J.J. Hayes, and it didn't work. But we got a flag back at the 15-yard line. Got to be thinking illegal defense against the Storm.
Yeah, that was by the back judge, so I'm thinking that's right.
Here's referee Jim Schaefer. to tell us all about it.
Illegal defense. Number 15. Lined up outside the shoulder of the guard. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
So after the 5-yard penalty, it's going to bring up second down and only about a yard to go. So the penalty pushes it down to the Sioux Falls Storm 22-yard line. 28 seconds left to go in this first quarter. The umpire leading over the Sioux Falls Storm 7-0. And time of possession in this contest very much in favor of the umpire. If they can connect on this series and get a 14-point advantage, that'll set the tone for the rest of this contest. Now Dowdell puts two in motion to the left side. Gives the handoff to Pierce. He fumbles the football. Scramble for it. It's picked up by the Sioux Falls Storm. The first turnover of the contest. And coming up with it is Tyler Knight. So Tyler Knight gets the fumble recovery by Pierce. And for Tyler Knight, that's his second fumble recovery of the season. His first one resulted in a lateral fumble recovery. He returned for a touchdown.
There's the unforced error that you don't want to see if you're the Storm, and offensively, and obviously the Spokane doesn't want those either. But I think they're going to take a few more risks. But there you go. You get the zone read, and you have that bad mesh. Quarterback drops it, and now the Storm got life again.
So that ends the first quarter of play, and you've been listening to this segment brought to you by Waterbury Heating and Cooling. We'll pause for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Storm Football and United Bowl 2016 right here on Kello News Talk. AM 1320 and FM 107.9 back in one.
Your body, a remarkable network of bone, tissue, and joints working in perfect harmony. But when injuries occur, that process can be interrupted. At Orthopedic Institute, orthopedic medicine is all we do. We work to get you up and moving again, recreating that perfect harmony, whatever that may be for you. Orthopedic Institute, we're the one to trust to keep your body.
People that I work with are family. We get more time with the patients to deliver that personalized care.
I know that our patients are satisfied and happy with their outcomes.
And I've had more than one patient say to me, you know, I can really feel that you guys like being here and taking care of patients. And that's wonderful to hear, because that's the truth.
We give the best care in the world.
And just a better overall experience for the patient.
And that's why I chose to come work here at Sioux Falls Specialty Hospital.
Fumble, their 17th fumble of the season, and a very opportune time for the Sioux Falls Storm because the momentum had really shifted to the umpire as they had gotten the score. They had stopped the Storm on their first drive and were driving again when they coughed the ball up. And Tyler Knight gets the fumble recovery. Now the Sioux Falls Storm with 15 minutes to go on the second quarter clock. We'll have the ball first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. You're listening to Storm Football, brought to you by Boyer Trucks. And now the Sioux Falls Storm. I had Lorenzo Brown at quarterback. 6-footer, 205 pounds, 6th year with the Storm out of the University of Sioux Falls. Won a couple national championships there, went undefeated as a quarterback. Here's the snap, fakes the handoff. Lorenzo Brown's going to run it himself. He goes up, textbook. Knee wrap tackle brought down there by Tyree T.C. Robinson out of Western Kentucky University.
And that time there, the Storm, no running backs. It was all wide receivers. Little run fake to the inside, and Lorenzo kept the ball right up the pipe, just like we talked about. One of those plays that Curtis set up in the first quarter.
Gain of 5, second down and 5 from the midfield stripe, the 25-yard line. This time, Lorenzo Brown fakes the handoff. He's going to go to the left side, breaks out of a tackle at the 18, to the 15, to the 10, all the way down inside the 10-yard line, and gets it down to about the 7, finally wrapped up and brought down by Josh Ferguson.
There, Lorenzo's run the zone read again and pulled it, didn't give it to the running back. They had the defensive end crashing down, and there's nobody there for Lorenzo, but the defensive back took a bad angle, and that's a big play right now. The Storm offense is running the ball better than the Spokane offense.
18-yard pickup. Storm have first down and goal at the 7-yard line. Lorenzo Brown puts two in motion, looping around to the right side. Play action pass, pumps right, throws end zone, throws it in the dirt. All by himself was Corey Williams, incomplete pass.
Yeah, he had Corey Williams wide open coming to the inside. They ran a little play action, faking the run inside, sucked the linebacker up, and it was just a wide open zone in the middle of the end zone. And Lorenzo, I think, held the ball a little bit too long, and that's what caused him to throw the ball into the dirt.
First quarter statistics: Charles Dowdell 6 of 6 in passing, 44 yards, 1 touchdown. Lorenzo Brown 3 of 5, 31 yards, no score. But now the Sioux Falls Storm knocking on the door, second down and goal from the 7. And we've got a whistle on the field and a call, timeout by the head coach, Curtis Riggs. So we'll pause with him. You're listening to this segment of Storm Football brought to you by Budweiser and the folks at Beal Distributing. 13-19 to play in this first half. Empire leading over the Storm 7-0 back in 1 minute.
Breathe easier when you have your ducts cleaned by Waterbury. Call us today. Routine services can save you money in the long run. Call Waterbury to schedule yours today.
Eastway Bowl is more than just bowling. It's a full experience entertainment center. Like us on Facebook and visit our website to learn more about the full experience at Eastway Bowl.
First half, 7-0 Empire. But the Sioux Falls Storm are at the 7-yard line of Spokane, second down and goal. 2 in motion, 1 each slot. Lorenzo Brown's going to run it again. Boxed up in the center. He's going to go down for a loss. Back to about the 9-yard line. Getting in there was Haig. Also there was Bowers into the stop. I think leading the charge there was T.C. Robinson.
They were going with that quarterback lead again. A little looked like Lorenzo's trying to force it a little bit too much up inside. Spokane's really loaded up to the inside with their linebackers and safeties, so a little bit tougher there to try to get that ball in the A gaps. I think they're going to keep having a little bit more success if they get to the edge, where they've got a lot more speed than what Spokane appears to have.
So now Corey Williams splits deep on the right side along with Caleb Holly. Tatum split to the right. In the backfield, BJ, Brandon Johnson-Farrell, back to pass. Lorenzo Brown looking right all the way, gets the pass off, throws it there to Mike Tatum. He takes a huge hit, and a flag comes out, and that might be helmet to helmet.
Well, this will be interesting. This is, as a defensive coach, these penalties are, got a lot of gray hair from penalties like this. So we'll see. Look pretty good, I thought, but referee obviously has got a little better angle than what we have up here.
Here's Jim Schaefer, the referee.
Personal foul. Number 5. Illegal contact to the head. Half the distance foul. Automatic. First down.
So, helmet contact. So the penalty takes it down to the 1-yard line after the reception to Tatum, and he took a huge hit. But more importantly, it is a first down and goal now from the 1-yard line. The Empire leading over the Sioux Falls Storm 7-0. 12-17 to play in the first half. Extremely low scoring first half of indoor football. Now, Corey Williams split deep on the right side, the short side of the field. There's the snap. Lorenzo Brown's going to run with the football, but he's going to be brought down there by Haig. No, check that's going to be Bowers. Brett Bowers out of the University of New Mexico. Drugged down. No, they're going to say touchdown. Delayed call. Touchdown, Lorenzo Brown. Oh, my.
Well, Spokane's complaining a little bit here, thinking that Lorenzo was down before he crossed the goal line there. But, I mean, ball's on the 1-yard line. Quarterback zone to the right. Not enough players there. I mean, I'm surprised that he even went down in the first place. I mean, he almost walked in, so I'm not really sure why their defensive coordinator is so animated here that he thinks he didn't score.
So now the point after touchdown by Justin Saravatka. 66% point after touchdown kicker this year. There's a snap, a little off to the side, but put down very well by Lorenzo Brown. The kick is up, and it is good, and we have a tie ball game at 7-7, 11:55 to play in this first half. We'll pause for a 30-second timeout. This segment brought to you by Fireplace Professionals, and we'll be back right after this.
We're the Lightning Girls, and this is the all-new 2016 Nissan Titan from Billion Nissan.
It's Cars.com's best pickup truck of 2016.
Billion Nissan Sioux Falls or BillionAuto.com.
You're not just disseminating facts. You're not just telling people what happened, but you're having to deal with the people it happened to.
We want to capture the effect. Why is it so important? Why is this happening?
Everything has an effect.
Well, the Sioux Falls Storm used 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go 30 yards in 5 plays. Lorenzo Brown gets a first touchdown of the night. Rushing from 1 yard out. Point after touchdown by Saravatka is good. Lorenzo Brown just picked up his team-leading 25th rushing touchdown. And the Storm get 7 points off of a turnover after the fumble recovery by Tyler Knight.
Well, we talked about that last Spokane offensive series was the critical series, and Storm ends up getting a fumble recovery, which allows the Storm offense to get the ball relatively short field to score and tie it up. So they really answered when they needed to, even if it was an unconventional answer.
So Robert Brown on the rolling kick had a hard time fielding it at about the 5-yard line, carries it out to about the 12, and that's where the umpire will have the ball. First down and 10. Tyler Knight in the stop along with Brian Hermanson. One of the things we talked about in the pregame show is how to do teams react after an event. And now we're going to see how the umpire reacts to the fact they gave up the ball, gave up a touchdown. Now they have the ball back in a tie contest.
They got to act like business like normal. You look at their first quarter stats. The quarterback, Dowdell, was 6 for 6 passing for 44 yards. Very, very efficient, and they were able to move the ball very well. And really the only thing that's stopping them is their fumble that they had.
Dowdell has shotgun formation, has Pierce to his right side, motion on both sides. Gives the handoff, goes to Pierce. He bounces out to the left side, gets a block, and Ryan Hermanson brings him down just shy of the 14-yard line, and making that stop was Matt Hermanson.
Well, I thought we were going to see the first maybe big run by Pierce, the running back here for Spokane. Opened up real nice. He was able to get 3 yards, and if he just went north and south and just kept running vertical, he probably could have got close to 10, but he decided to pop it outside, and by that time the Storm defense was able to pursue and make that tackle.
So it is 2nd down and 7. The ball's resting at the 15-yard line of the umpire. They're going to have deuces split, both sides, 2 in motion, the right side. Quickly fires it upfield. Reception made there to Burrell. He's got double coverage on top of him, and they corral him. He had very close to a first down, tried to get more, loses about a yard, back to about the 20.
That was similar to that first 3rd down play of the game. They went with 4 wide receivers, and they just ran all short, what we call hitch routes, little 5-yard routes, and all the quarterback's doing is looking before the snap which DB's playing the loosest or the furthest off, and he's just going to throw that quick pass to get the 5 yards.
So now the umpire going to send wide to left side, going to be Burrell and J.J. Hayes. To the near side is going to be Pierce and Charles. They're on the short side of the field. There's the snap. 3rd down, fires upfield. 1st down for the umpire. As they get that to Burrell, he's pushed backwards, but forward progress takes it to the 24-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the umpire.
Exact same play by Spokane again. 4 wide receivers, just running all stop routes, just getting the 5 yards to get the 1st down. Storm's blitzing, so the quarterback's going to have to throw it quick, but I'd look to at some point we're going to see them try to pump one of those short passes and see if they can hit something deep to the other side of the field. Storm just got to be aware and needs to continue to be very patient and honor their rules and not try to get too aggressive here.
So now it is 1st down. 1st down and 10. Inside handoff to Pierce, and Pierce is going to be wrapped up and wrestled down by Davis. As Claude Davis comes up. Claude had a big game last week. He had 4 knockdown passes in that contest.
Yeah, typically when a defensive lineman gets a knockdown, they get 1. It's you feel good for them. Once they get to 3 or 4, you want to know why they're not catching them. That's why they play D-line.
One of them was a tip ball, wound up being intercepted by the Storm. Blackman had picked up that interception. Gain of only about a yard for the umpire. Now they have 2nd down and 9. Tie ball game 7-7. Back to pass. Here's the blitz. Lob pass down the middle of the field. Leaping into the air. Stretching things out. Charles pulls it in. Touchdown Empire. Touchdown Empire.
Well, I don't want to sound like I know what I'm talking about. I called it, but there they went 4 wide receivers. He looked to the short routes to the right side of the field, and he had that receiver to the left, wide open down the left. They called a penalty on the Storm defense. He's grabbing at his jersey, but the receiver was still able to haul in that pass deep down the middle of the field for the touchdown.
So Dowdell gets his 2nd passing touchdown of the contest. This one goes to Samuel Charles out of Edward Waters College. And we talk about how does the team react. That's how the Empire reacted. They wound up getting a short drive, 5 plays, and they get into the end zone. Now left-footed kicker Pat Clark is going to try the point after. There's the snap, there's the rush. He gets the kickoff, and it's no good. Wide to the left side. And the PAT is no good. And the score will read the Empire 13 and the Sioux Falls Storm 7. We're going to pause for a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Storm Football and United Bowl 2016 on First Premier Bank on Kello News Talk AM 1320 and FM 107.9 back in 1 minute.
Your body, a remarkable network of bone, tissue, and joints working in perfect harmony. But when injuries occur, that process can be interrupted. At Orthopedic Institute, orthopedic medicine is all we do. We work to get you up and moving again, recreating that perfect harmony, whatever that may be for you. Orthopedic Institute, we're the one to trust to keep your body in motion.
You're not just disseminating facts. You're not just telling people what happened, but you're having to deal with the people it happened to.
We want to capture the effect. Why is it so important? Why is this happening?
Everything has an effect and everything has an impact. It's more than just providing headlines. It's the idea of this has happened and this is why you should care.
It's the driver of how we do news, because we want people to know that we care.
Back to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It is United Bowl 2016. The Empire put together a 5-play drive that covered a total of 48 yards, and they took some clock, used up 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Picking up 1 first down in that. It was capped off by a Dowdell touchdown pass to Samuel Charles. Point after touchdown was no good. The score is 13-7. 13-7. And one of the things we talked about is how the teams are going to react after a turnover. Well, the Empire, and they've had some turnover issues against the Sioux Falls Storm. They've given up 9 of them in the games that they have played. But they reacted and they came back with a nice drive. Did not pick up the point after, and they lead by 6.
Well, now it's time to see how the Storm reacts.
You're listening to Storm Football, United Bowl 2016 by the Lewis Stores. It's going to be Williams from the back end of the end zone, goes upfield, breaks the tackle. He's again moving out to the 25 and finally stripped and spun down at about the 23. Corey Williams electrifies this crowd of over 9,000 people.
Some really good blocking there by the kick return team by the Storm, and Corey put a couple real nice moves on a couple of the kickoff coverage guys in one-on-one situations. But anytime you can get that ball out past midfield, you're really giving your offense a great opportunity to be successful.
So now the Storm will start this campaign at the Empire 23-yard line. 8:26 to play in this first half. The Empire leading the Storm by 6, 13-7. And you're listening to this broadcast brought to you by Mattress Firm. And splitting to the near side, Mike Tatum. He's been fairly quiet in the last couple of ball games. I look for him to be kind of the silent dog coming up big in the second half. And now Caleb Holly split to the left side. Back to pass. Here's the pass looking for Tatum. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown. He didn't even wait till the second half. He gets a touchdown, and the Sioux Falls Storm have tied it at 13.
Well, there's the answer right there. One play and you hit it. And, in Spokane's defense, their defense wasn't actually too bad, but Lorenzo put a nice little back shoulder fade route, got it right to the back shoulder of Tatum. He was able to catch it while the DB was overextended, cut back inside for a touchdown. One play answer, 23 yards, unbelievable.
And for Mike Tatum, that is his 19th team-leading touchdown reception on the year. And now Sarabatka for his second point after touchdown. Made the first one. We're tied at 13. Here's the point after. He puts it up. It is no good. It is no good, and we are tied at 13. Oh, my. The second tie of the contest. And the score, the Empire 13, the Storm 13 in United Bowl. And there's 7:57 left to play in this first half. And we're going to keep it right here and talk about a little bit about this contest, Mike. Mike Aldrich in the broadcast booth with me. And Mike, you're looking at this contest right now. Both teams have answered. The first quarter just seemed like it took forever. Now the teams have exchanged some blows. They've exchanged some heavy blows. I look for a Donnybrook from this point on.
Well, it's kind of turning into one of those typical Muhammad Ali Rumble in the Jungle type fights where it's a lot of rope-a-dope. I mean, we're just exchanging some punches, no knockout shots. We're starting to see a little bit though with both touchdowns here by each team. Big pass plays to get those touchdowns. That's where we're starting to see a little bit more of that uppercut jab instead of just those little rabbit punches. And I would start to look for them to maybe start to uncork it a little bit, try to get the ball down the field a little bit more, and start to see a little bit more excitement here.
29-second drive, went 23 yards, one play. Lorenzo Brown to Mike Tatum, point after was no good. Here's a kick picked up there by the up back. It's going to be Borrell trying to pick up some extra yardage, and that's when you fumble a football, but he did hang on. It's going to be down to the Storm 23, and making a stop defensively there for the Sioux Falls Storm, Carrington, Hanna, and company.
Yeah, if I'm the special teams coach, I'm grabbing that kid. As soon as he gets to the sidelines, you get the ball right at about the 23-yard line on a squib kick. Just get as many yards as you can. Just go up the field. But he wanted to sit and dance around, and that's often the case when it's a defensive player. He's a linebacker, safety type.
Yeah.
He's not used to touching the ball, so now he's going to think that he's playing backyard football and got a 2-yard gain. Just get up there and don't fumble the ball.
But the Empire with golden opportunity here. We're tied at 13. They have the ball at the Sioux Falls Storm 24-yard line. And Chuck Duddell puts trips to the left side, two in motion. Gives the handoff, goes to Pierce. Pierce moves it to the left side, but Tyler Knight bulldogs him down. It's going to be a minimal gain of about a yard. And Elijah Fields and J.J. Hayes talking about their family history a little bit too much.
Well, I think we're kind of starting to see every first down. We're starting to see the Spokane offense trying to run the on there, and they haven't been real successful at it. They're just giving the ball to Pierce, and he's not really showing like he's an electric, dynamic player. They had more success when it was a zone read with the quarterback as a potential running threat. So, and I think now we're going to see him abandon the run until they score again.
So they're going to have quads to the right side, two on the line of scrimmage, two deep. Burrell will go in motion from right to left. There's a snap, shotgun formation. Dowdell throws it upfield. Pass intended there for Burrell, but coverage downfield by Watkins. Made the contact. Pass goes over his head, incomplete. Watkins is an electric player on the field, Mike, isn't he?
Well, and that's the same play they ran in the first quarter on a third down, and he caught it a yard short. Watkins made a great open field tackle. They did the same thing. They had a nice cushion there to try to throw it in, but Dowdell, their quarterback, just threw it too far, and he had a chance, but he keeps overthrowing it like that. These DBs are going to have a great chance to jump the ball and take it back the other way for a touchdown.
We're tied at 13, United Bowl 2016. 6 minutes to go in this first half, and now it's third down and long, 3rd and 9 for the Empire. There's a snap, back to pass. Dowdell under pressure, gets out of that, rolls left, fires upfield, gets the first down, put it down at about the 12-yard line as Burrell, as he makes the reception, and the Storm, Watkins, and Knight collide more than they collided with Burrell.
Well, they were trying to get all their receivers to the right side of the field and bring them back across the middle. And Brandon Pegues did a really good job of rushing the passer. He had beaten Mike Trice at the guard spot, and he came in, and Dowdell just gave him the little Olay move, spun out backwards, and should have been a sack, but was able to keep the play alive and found his receiver for a first down.
12-yard pickup and a first down now at the 11-yard line of the Storm. Trips to the right side, 2 in motion. Pierce on the handoff, breaks through one tackle, spins out of another, gets down inside the 10. They're going to mark him down at about the 7 or 8 yard line.
And that was probably the best run that we've seen out of Pierce here today. And really because he gave good extra effort, a little spin move to get an extra yard. But for some reason, Spokane's trying to run the trap play, which is pulling the backside lineman, bringing them back across. And against the 3-man front, 3-on-3, there's just nowhere to go on a trap play. And Keys has done a really good job of just eating up the inside. There's nowhere to go with it.
Gain of 4, second down and about 6 or better for the Empire, but they're camped inside the Storm 10-yard line. We're tied at 13, 4:29 to play first half. Dowdell gives the handoff. Pierce tries to go around the right side. No way! And getting him and snapping him down is Brian Keys, that defensive lineman out of Minnesota State Mankato.
Yeah, right there. So the Storm is kind of answering. They're giving this run look. They're answering with their fang defense, where they get that safety drop down into the box, give them 2 linebackers. There's nobody there to block them. They've got too many guys in there. So look for Spokane to try to spread out this defense again, because right now the Storm's packed in tight. And there's nowhere to run the football.
Keys had an invitation to a Minnesota Viking training camp. Now they're going to have 2 in the line of scrimmage, split to the left side. Looping around is going to be Burrell. Back to pass. Dowdell with time throws it back across his body. Had a receiver there. A dangerous pass. Incomplete. Try to get it to Samuel Charles in the left corner of the end zone. It's no good. It's going to bring up 4th down and 8.
Spokane's going to go for the field goal here to take the lead, but now that's the third or fourth time now they've ran that same play. They start with 4 receivers to one side. They bring 1 in motion all the way back. It's always Burrell, number 19, and he's just running about a 5 to 8 yard stop route. And if Dowdell would have just hit him on the timing route, he would have gotten that. He would have gotten the catch and would have been close to the touchdown. But he's trying to get a little greedy and throw back across his body and throws it up into the stands.
26-yard field goal. First attempt for Pat Clark. There's the snap. Puts the kick into it. Puts it up. It's no good. Wide to the left side. So the kicker's having some issues. 4 missed kicks already in this contest. But the Sioux Falls Storm defense holds, and the score remains tied at 13. 2:47 left to play in this first half. 13-13 is the Sioux Falls Storm and the Empire of Spokane.
Yeah, right now the way these kickers are struggling, be nice to see if they could suit up Adam Hicks here for the fourth quarter, so we can hit another game winner for the championship.
He was money, there's no doubt about it. So now 2:47 left to play in this first half. We're tied at 13, and the Sioux Falls Storm have this ball at their own 5-yard line by rule after the missed field goal. And now Lorenzo Brown will work under center. Brandon Johnson-Farrell in the backfield. 1 through the box is Tatum, but the handoff goes to BJ. Got a good block of the line of scrimmage. He'll take it out. Picked up only a couple 3 yards. As bulldogging things and messing things up there was Nick Haig out of Assumption College. Second team All-IFL 2016, has 89 tackles on the year.
That was just a good old-fashioned inside run play there by Brandon Johnson-Farrell, and just got up in between those big offensive linemen and kind of got wedged in between their cheeks and just went forward. And that's really that was a better run there than what I've seen out of the Spokane running back, because he wasn't trying to do too much. You just put your head down, get positive yards, get out of the shadow of your own goalpost.
Well, now going off the field is Bowers, but he's taking his time. He's been injured, and he just walked to the other end. And Storm, if they would have gotten a play off, that would have been a penalty unless they were the officials. No, the officials were stopping play until he was off the field. No penalty could happen. Now Brown will be under center this time. Short drop, quick snap to left side, gets it to Tatum. He's got a receiving touchdown for the Sioux Falls Storm, and he picks up about 5. It's going to bring up third down and about a yard.
Well, like you called last time, Tatum's a little bit of that electric spark plug for this Storm offense. So Lorenzo's feeling comfortable with him and be able to shoot back to him and let everybody feed off, because I guarantee you Tatum's in that huddle right now. Just he's letting his presence be known in there with his voice.
And Mike Tatum and many others were in a bit of a brouhaha prior to the start of this contest. Players were shoving at each other, yelling, screaming, and interesting. But a flag comes out of this play as it gets underway. But right now the teams are very much under control. There's no emotions or any problems with that at this time. And the Storm called their second time out of the contest. So we're going to pause with them. We're tied at 13, 1:17 left to play in this first half. And you're listening to this broadcast brought to you by Orthopedic Institute right here on Kello News Talk, AM 1320 and FM 107.9. Back in 1 minute.
Breathe easier when you have your ducts cleaned by Waterbury. Call us today. Routine services can save you money in the long run. Call Waterbury to schedule yours today.
What's the smart way to refresh your home? Get inspired by Granite Transformations. See how easy it is to transform your kitchen or bathroom with gorgeous quartz in granite backed by our lifetime warranty. Plus custom cabinet refacing, all without the mess of a traditional renovation. Explore the exciting possibilities at the New Look, New Style celebration happening now at Granite Transformations. Schedule your free in-home design consultation.
Following every home game this season, you're invited to come join.
Brandon Johnson Farrell, he'll take it across the 15 out to the 19-yard line. That's a gain of 5 and a first down for the Sioux Falls Storm as we will reach the 1 minute warning. 1 minute warning, and when we come back after this 30-second timeout, all plays going into the boards, incompleted passes, and first downs long enough to move the sticks will stop the clock. So you're listening to Storm Football, brought to you by Scott's Lumber and Supply, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Eastway Bowl is more than just bowling. It's a full experience entertainment center. Like us on Facebook and visit our website to learn more about the full experience at Eastway Bowl.
Back to Storm Football, Rich Roste along with Mike Aldrich. And it is United Bowl 2016, and we got a tight one here. We're tied at 13. Now tomorrow, the Storm is hosting a fan appreciation from 11 till 12:30. It's going to be at the D1. Now that's the new training facility in the Storm office, and that's located on 69th and Southwestern. 69th and Southwestern, and they're going to have treats and things for you. So stop on out. Fan appreciation tomorrow from 11 to 12:30 at the D1 training facility, 69th and Southwestern. Well, this game is not the scoring one that we had thought, but it has been a heavyweight battle nonetheless.
Well, if you're a defensive guy, you like the way this game's playing out, 13 points on both sides, and typically in the indoor game, your goal is to give up under 40. So right now, both defenses are playing very well and really containing these offenses.
The one big difference is that the umpire had a fumble recovery and the Sioux Falls Storm turned it into a touchdown. So now after the timeout, 1 minute left to go on the first half clock. We're tied at 13. And the Sioux Falls Storm have the ball at their own 19-yard line, working from right to left. And now the ball ready for play. Lorenzo Brown has BJ to his right side, motion on both sides. Handoff goes to Brandon Johnson-Farrell. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down after a minimal gain. Coming in there was Bowers. Into the stop there also was Nick Haig. Gain of about 3.
That time Storm just ran that simple dive play again up inside. Really, they're eating up a little bit of clock. This is no problem for the Storm offense. They just don't want to give Spokane a chance after they score here.
2nd down and 8. 32 seconds left to go till halftime. Here's the blitz. Lorenzo Brown hit as he throws the ball by Haig, and a flag comes out. And it's going to be a roughing the passer penalty charge against Nick Haig, and he doesn't believe the penalty, and neither does the defensive coordinator of the Empire, and that is Amir Ishmael.
Now that was a late hit, roughing the quarterback all day long. It's he came free on a blitz. There was nobody to block him. Lorenzo.
Personal foul. Illegal contact to the head and neck area. Number 47. 15-yard penalty.
Lorenzo pump faked a little short pass, was looking to go with the deep one. Spokane had it covered, but the Haig, the linebacker, came through, and he didn't go low. He didn't go to the middle of Lorenzo's body. He went right at his head. Really, you'd probably find a nice big gray streak down the top of Haig's helmet.
So 28 seconds, but it gave the Storm new life. They say for a 2nd down on the downs marker, but it is 1st down. 1st down and 10 from the Empire 13-yard line. 28 seconds left to go till halftime. We are tied at 13. Storm won the toss, and they elected to defer, so they'll have the ball to start the second half. So Coach Riggs playing it in that he's going to get 2 possessions in a row, and this is where he looks to really change the game. If he can get touchdowns on both of that, it really changes the complexion, but he's got to do it in this series first. 28 seconds left to go till halftime. Brandon Johnson-Farrell to the right of Lorenzo Brown. Brown in shotgun, back to pass, pumps right, lots of time, throws end zone, leaping catch, no! Through the hands of Corey Williams, and he got hit a couple of times after the ball goes through his hands, incomplete.
Well, Lorenzo had all day long in the pocket. They didn't blitz him. Had 4 receivers out. And I think I saw him write a page in his diary as he was back there looking for receivers.
Yes.
And he found Corey Williams came open in the back, and he just threw it just a little bit high. He had to really extend himself on that back wall, but if he would have thrown a little bit lower, that's a touchdown all the way.
But it's an incompleted pass. It stops the clock. There's still 21 seconds left to go till halftime. Motion on both slots. Lorenzo Brown, quarterback draw, moves it to the right side. He's got a little bit of running room, bounces off one tackle. Going to be drugged down at about the 11-yard line, gain of 3. And making a stop defensively out there was Josh Ferguson. And also out there on coverage, Benjamin Perry from the defensive line.
And Curtis is signaling for a timeout here with 9 seconds left in the half.
So it's bound down to the 11-yard line. 9 seconds to play till halftime.
That was just a QB draw by Lorenzo, and he did a great job cutting to the outside. Stuck his head down, though, on one of the would-be tacklers, and that's always a dangerous deal because that's how you can hurt your neck. But I think Spokane dodged a bullet because it looked like someone horse-collared him, which is grabbing the back of the jersey right at the top of the shoulder pads, which is illegal at all levels of football. But they got away with it, so it's going to bring up 3rd and about 7 yards here.
So now 9 seconds left to go till halftime. We are tied at 13. And for the Empire to keep the Storm out of the end zone on this series would be huge. But the Sioux Falls Storm won the toss, and they will get the ball to start the second half. Now, during halftime festivities, there's going to be the induction of the Hall of Fame class of 2016. And one of the members of that is a friend of ours, Mark Blackburn. And what a football player he was, and what an impact he had on the entire indoor football game.
Yeah, he was. I was lucky enough to coach him as the middle linebacker my whole time, my second stint here. And with all those championship runs, and then when I was coaching Augustana, Mark was a graduate assistant for us and really moved his career on. And great quality guy, just an unbelievable great guy.
9 seconds left to go till halftime. We are tied at 13. The Storm have the ball, 3rd down and 7 from the 11-yard line. Lorenzo Brown puts 2 in motion, looping around to the right side. Back to pass. Tons of time. Pumps one, throws again. End zone. Caught! Touchdown! The same play. This one right in the midsection of Corey Williams. Touchdown! Sioux Falls Storm.
Well, that's just what we had talked about. If on that previous pass, Lorenzo would have put it right into his belly, would have been a touchdown. That time he did a great job of buying some time for Corey to get open. Threw it right into the middle of the number 1 on his chest. Nobody around. He could cradle that ball easy for the touchdown.
So Corey Williams gets his first touchdown reception of the night, and Lorenzo Brown throws his second. And now Saravodka will try his 3rd point after touchdown. He is 1 of 2. Good snap, well placed by Lorenzo Brown. The kick goes up. Fans say it's good, and it is. And the Sioux Falls Storm, with 3 seconds left to go till halftime, lead over the Empire 20-13. And that was a huge score for the Sioux Falls Storm because they get the ball to start the second half.
Well, that's exactly what you are hoping to do with when you're Curtis with the Storm. Score late on offense, not leave any real time here for Spokane to do anything with the ball here at the end of the first half, and then know that you're getting the ball back in the second half. This is when you can really start to break this game open.
Sioux Falls Storm used 2 minutes and 44 seconds of the 2 minutes and 47 seconds that were available when they started that drive back at their own 5-yard line after a missed field goal by the Empire. And Lorenzo Brown caps off the 7-play drive with his second touchdown pass, and he gets that to Corey Williams. And that's from 11 yards out. Point after touchdown by Saravodka is good. And the score, the Sioux Falls Storm with their largest lead of 7, lead 20-13.
Looks like Coach Shackelford's doing a lot of talking here with the referees. I think he's trying to do what he can to see
a game out there. Glad you're feeling better, Smokey. Also, tomorrow, fan appreciation tomorrow from 11 till 12:30. It'll be at the D1 training facility. That's a new facility. The Storm's new offices and training works are in there. And that's on 69th and Southwestern Avenue, just out by, if you think about roundabouts, by the one roundabout I believe the Sioux Falls community has on the south part of town. That's where this new facility is. And from 11 till 12:30, they'll have the fan appreciation. There'll be treats and things for you out there. Really want you to stop out and give the Storm an opportunity to thank you for being such great fans of the Sioux Falls Storm. Halftime is over. Teams are back on the field. We'll get this pup started in the second half. The Sioux Falls Storm won the toss, and they will be receiving the football to start the second half. And you're listening to this segment brought to you by Budweiser and the folks at Beal Distributing, great sponsors of the Sioux Falls Storm. Getting to this point in the wild card game, it was Nebraska defeated Billings, and then Cedar Rapids defeated Wichita Falls. And then in the conference championship game, it was Sioux Falls Storm defeated the Titans 54-28, and Spokane defeated Nebraska 55-44. Both Spokane and Sioux Falls had byes, and that's what sets up this United Bowl 2016. And these teams have met twice this year. Storm victorious in both of them. First time here at home, 63-50, and then out in Spokane, it was 59-35. Also, Billings, under head coach Chris Dixon, former Stars Storm quarterback, defeated Spokane twice. They also defeated them 30-22 and 35-21. The last game on June 25th. Now here's a kick. Bounding kicks going down into the corner. Bounces off the wall. Corey Williams going to track it down back against the boards. He's got to get out. He's hit, dropped. Ball comes out. Scramble for it. Picked up there by Carrington Hanna. But they're going to say the whistle blew and the play's dead. So Storm's going to start in a hole. A great kick by Pat Clark. And it's going to pin the Storm deep back at their own 1 yard line.
Yeah, nice little squib kick down the boards, and it rung around that back corner all the way to the back of the end zone, and Corey picked it up and probably could have gotten a few more yards, but I think he got a little worried about getting tackled in the end zone, so he kind of hit the dirt and ended up getting it out to the 1 yard line. So look to see probably Curtis be a little conservative with trying to get this ball out just to give himself a little bit more breathing room here.
To start the third quarter, Fireplace Professionals bringing you this segment of Storm football. Storm in the end zone, getting their play put together. And now Lorenzo Brown in the end zone. Back to pass. Going to go deep. Going to go downfield. There is Tatum. He caught it. Touchdown. Sioux Falls Storm to start the second half.
So that's the opposite of conservative on that one, Rich. He did a great job. Big play action fake inside. I was really surprised that Spokane didn't try to bring any blitzing pressure of any sort. And Lorenzo had all sorts of time back there. Uncorked it. He had Tatum on a deep post pattern. And really looked like the DB just lost coverage. Once Tatum started working to the middle of the field, the DB basically stopped. And he was either expecting someone else to pick him up or he thought the play was over. And there was nobody around Tatum. 15 yards easy.
49-yard touchdown connection. That is the longest pass connection for the Sioux Falls Storm this season. 49 yards, Brown to Tatum. And now here's Saravatka's kick. And it is up. And it is good. And the Sioux Falls Storm have opened up a 14-point advantage. 27-13, and Mike, you couldn't have scripted up that start of the second half any better.
No, I mean that's the outcome is exactly what you were hoping to have happen with that first possession, getting the touchdown. But you know, Curtis taking that nice shot with the play action inside. I mean, it's I guess I was more surprised that Spokane didn't blitz, and I think Curtis was probably hoping he would have blitzed. But the coverage broke down, so it hit exactly how you wanted it to hit. And so now talking about the theme of answers, you know, what's Spokane going to do? They need to get a positive answer, because if they don't, it's a can of whoop butt that's going to get opened up here.
14-point lead. This game was tied twice at 7 and at 13, and it was long drives, 9, 7, 6 play drives. And this last one for the Sioux Falls Storm, one play, 49 yards. 49 yards. And I believe that ties the longest pass play in the league this season. I'll look it up to see if I can find it quickly.
I don't know if it can get much longer.
You can't. Here's the end-over-end kick. It's going to come down. It's going to be about 3 yards deep and up to center. Moves it to the left side. Gets it there. Burrell. Stutter steps there. Tripped up on an ankle tackle at about the, let's call it about the 19-yard line. And making a stop defensively for the Sioux Falls Storm. Carrington Hanna. Defensive tackling on special teams has been amazing. This is a guy who's a wide receiver and a quarterback, but he gets into it on special teams.
Well, I think he's done a good job of finding his role on this team. And, you know, Storm traditionally has always had that one guy that's was kind of a special teams guy that fit some places, offense or defense, but always really excelled on special teams, and that's really the role that he's fit into on this team.
Now we'll have to see how Spokane reacts. Now trailing by 14 early in the second half. However, there is tons of time. Shotgun formation, play action pass. Empire going to go right for it. They go for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone by Charles. Touchdown. He got off with, I believe, a pretty good push off on the defender, but the Empire come back and score a touchdown.
Yeah, they just went, they basically did the same thing that the Storm did offensively. A little play action up inside, popped the ball deep. They had been running the ball on first downs. They were able to get a one-on-one coverage there on Hermanson. He had real good coverage inside, and the receiver just did a good job just kind of leaning into him, get a little bit of push off for some separation, was able to get the contested catch for the touchdown.
31-yard touchdown reception goes from Dowdell to Charles, and with the point after touchdown now by Pat Clark, the left-footed kicker. There's the placement, there's the kick. It's up, and it is no good, I don't believe, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah, it's no good, but I think they're going to call the Storm for being offsides.
Here's Jim Schaefer to tell us about it.
Offside. Defense. Number 3. Half the distance foul. Repeat the try.
So the penalty is going to move it down half the distance to the goal, but the Empire are not going to go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to go for the single point. And Pat Clark is going to try this one. He has made 1 point after in this contest. Waiting for the snap. There it is. He puts this one up, and this one is good. And we have a 7-point ball game, and we're going to pause for 30 seconds. 13:58 to play in this third quarter. The Sioux Falls Storm leading 27-20 over the Empire, and United Bowl 2016 back in 30. And you're listening to Storm Football, brought to you by First Premier Bank. We'll be back right after this.
Your body, a remarkable network of bone, tissue, and joints working in perfect harmony. But when injuries occur, that process can be interrupted. At Orthopedic Institute, orthopedic medicine is all we do. We work to get you up and moving again, recreating that perfect harmony, whatever that may be for you. Orthopedic Institute, we're the one to trust to keep your body in motion.
8 left to play in this third quarter, and the Empire, trailing by 14, used a one-play drive. Dowdell gets it to Charles for the second time tonight. Third touchdown pass thrown by Dowdell. Point after touchdown by Clark is good on the second attempt. And the score, Sioux Falls Storm 27 and the Empire of Spokane, Washington 20.
You know, the first quarter, it took almost 10 minutes to get 2 touchdowns scored, and now we've had it done in just over a minute.
Bounding kick, keeps bouncing, gets behind Corey Williams in the end zone, bounces over the back board, and that'll send it out by rule to the 5-yard line. Great kick by Pat Clark. He's had some, he missed 2 field goals and a field goal and a point after touchdown, but he's had some great kickoffs. So now the Sioux Falls Storm, 13:58 to play in this third quarter, leading by 7, 27-20. And they'll start this at their own 5-yard line. And Mike, we've been talking about reactions after events, and both teams are reacting very positively. Nobody's getting nervous. They're just going out and doing their business.
Yeah, it's often, I mean, we kind of talked about it. We thought maybe the second half they're going to start opening it up, and they haven't disappointed yet.
So now the Storm at their own 5-yard line. First down and 10. 13:38 to play, third quarter. Storm leading 27-20. There's the fake handoff. Lorenzo Brown's going to run with it. Gets past the first defender, carries it out for a gain of 4 out to about the 9-yard line before he's wrapped up and brought down on a tackle made by Ben Perry.
Well, I thought one of the keys to the second half for the Storm is for them to come back with that zone read run play where Lorenzo has the opportunity to carry the ball. He averaged over 4 yards in the first half, and that's exactly what he did on that play. He was able to get, I'd say, a long 4, if not 5 yards on that first play.
So the Storm by 7, and they have second down and 6 from their own 9-yard line. 2 in motion, 1 through the box. Gives the handoff, goes to Brandon Johnson. Farrell spins out of a tackle, and he's hit there, but he's got a first down out to the 18-yard line. As he spun out of that one tackler's hand, he wound up right into the hands of another, but that's a first down for the Storm.
The Storm offensive line starting to take over up front right now. They're really doing a good job of opening up seams for this running game, and that's exactly where Curtis is going to want this to be.
First down and 10 from the Storm 18-yard line. Storm by 7. Lorenzo Brown gives the handoff. Brandon Johnson. Farrell, he'll inch it upfield, gets it across the 20 to about the 21. Nick Hague on the stop defensively.
Second run, or really the third run in a row here, and they're getting 3, 4, 5 yards of crack. And that defense now is really sucking in on the run. So look for a play action opportunity over the top here as this defense tightens down.
Third down or second down and about 7. Play action pass. Lorenzo Brown, tons of time. Now he's going to run 20, 25, and wrapped up and brought down hard on his right shoulder, but he bounces right up short of the first down, but he's into Empire territory down at the 23.
I think, Lorenzo, again, all the time in the world back there. He could put his second entry in his blog on that one, as much time as he had. But again, he's gets it to about 2 yards here to go for the first down.
Third down and 2, 11:27 to play, third quarter. 1 through the box. Lorenzo Brown fakes the handoff, and he dives forward, extends the arm out with the football, and he picks up the first down, and that's managing the football.
Yeah, good effort there by Lorenzo to get the first down. It was a broken play. He had 2 receivers going in motion, coming into the box. Both of them thought it was their play, and Lorenzo was able to decipher the foreign language there and was able to get that first down and not make it be a forced error type play.
6th play of the drive, started back at their own 5-yard line, now camped at the 21 of the Empire. First down and 10, Storm by 7, 27-20, 10:48 to play. Third quarter, Lorenzo Brown gets the bad snap, but he picks it up and he converts a loss of 5 into a gain of 2. And he's wrapped up by Hague again, as he's been all over the field along with Josh Ferguson.
Yeah, that was the first poor snap I've seen Charlie Sanders snap in probably 6 years, a little end-over-ender, but Lorenzo did a good job, really juked Bowers out right there in the hole and was able to get positive yardage.
Got picked up about 3. It's going to be at the 18-yard line of the Empire. Clock continues to roll. Oh, Mike Tatum through the box. He's got some opening stutter steps. He's got a first down and finally going to be wrapped up at about the 9-yard line. They whistled the play dead, but he never went down. Got out of the pile, was going to the end zone, and the fans don't like that the play was whistled dead.
Yeah, that's the little sweep play where you bring the receiver in motion and Lorenzo hands it off to him as he's in the full run. first half, the Spokane defensive backs really shifted with that motion, and now they're not doing that, and that left Tatum a ton of green grass in front of him.
So Mike Tatum been a key in this contest with 2 receiving touchdowns. Now the handoff through the box goes to Williams. He'll take it all the way around the left side, pushed in the boards right at about the 1 yard line, but that's a gain of 8 and a second down and goal at the 1 yard line.
Same play going the other way, this time to Corey Williams. Once again, he's catching the Spokane defense, not adjusting, and Curtis is just going to keep going after him until they stop it.
So now Williams, and he's going to be split wide and deep to the right side. Near side deep is going to be Tatum. He'll go in motion through the box. Lorenzo Brown keeps the football, dives into the end zone, touchdown, Sioux Falls Storm. Lorenzo Brown gets his second rushing touchdown of the contest.
Tell you what, that drive right there, that's all on the offensive line. They did a great job of blocking. You'd have to look at the stats, Rich, but I don't know how many passes were thrown that drive. I don't know if there was one.
No, I don't believe that there was.
They just ran it 45 yards down their throat.
There was a few plays they wanted to, but Lorenzo Brown tucked it.
Yep.
And he kept it on the ground because they used some clock. They went from 13, make that about 14, down to 9. So they used 5 minutes on that drive. 5 minutes, 1 second. And now the point after touchdown by Saravatka is good, and the Storm back to a 14-point advantage, leading by a score of 34-20. And we'll pause for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Storm Football, brought to you by Lewis Stores, right here on Kilo News Talk, AM 1320 and FM 107.9 back in 1.
People that I work with are family. We get more time with the patients to deliver that personalized care.
I know that our patients are satisfied and happy with their outcomes.
And I've had more than one patient say to me, you know, I can really feel that you guys like being here and taking care of patients. And that's wonderful to hear, because that's the truth.
We give the best care in the world.
And just a better overall experience for the patient.
And that's why I chose to come work here at Sioux Falls Specialty Hospital.
You're not just disseminating facts. You're not just telling people what happened, but you're having to deal with the people it happened to.
We want to capture the effect. Why is it so important? Why is this happening?
Everything has an effect and everything has an impact. It's more than just providing headlines. It's the idea of this has happened and this is why you should care.
It's the driver of how we do news, because we want people to know that we care.
Football brought to you by Mattress Firm. And wrapping up that scoring drive, the Sioux Falls Storm used 9 plays, and they went a total of 45 yards. And they used 5 minutes and 1 second on that drive. Took it from the 14-minute mark down to the 9-minute mark. And wrapping it up, Lorenzo Brown on a 1-yard touchdown run. Point after touchdown by Saravatka was good. He is 3 of 4 point afters in this contest. And the Storm lead by 14. That's the second time they've led by 14 in this contest. The other was at 27-13. But now the umpire will get the ball, the kickoff, and the reaction and however they react and how they respond to trailing by 14 again. And right now, the umpire coaching staff are employing their team, trying to keep them enthused in this contest. You don't want to get yourself to the point where that you are too wrapped up in emotion and not concentrating on the X's and O's of completing the play.
Well, they're in the same position they were after that first play of the first half when the Storm went all the way down the field. And so really, again, there's so much time left. You can't be desperate. You got to be able to try to match the Storm's offense point for point right now, and then try to get the Storm to have an error, create something, turn the ball over to then allow you to get yourself back into this. But if Spokane starts to play desperate, that's when the game can get out of hand on them.
Now Mike Tatum got a 49-yard touchdown. 2 other players had 49-yard touchdown receptions. Tyrone Laughinghouse and O.J. Simpson. Here's an onside kick. Recovered by the Sioux Falls Storm. And getting it and bringing it in was Sarabatka himself.
You know, it amazes me that teams aren't ready for that over the 12 years that, or however many years it's been. Once Curtis gets that two-score lead, big game like that, it's all about coming back and looking for that onside kick and really taking advantage of this. And I mean, that was just textbook. Same thing you saw Parker Douglas, Adam Hicks, all those guys have done that so many times for this organization.
And that is what we didn't talk about it in the pregame show, but it is something that Coach Shackelford has known to do also. But now the Sioux Falls Storm have recovered the onside kick. There's 8 minutes and 54 seconds left to go in this third quarter. And the Sioux Falls Storm getting the ball back on the onside kick have this at their own 11-yard line. Leading by 14, 34-20, and this is where teams can get buried in Sioux Falls. Through the box, but the handoff goes there to B.J. Brandon Johnson-Farrell across the left side to the 15, to the 20, all the way out to the 24-yard line. That's a gain of 13 and a first down for the Sioux Falls Storm.
Yeah, this is the best time to be in if you're the Storm offense. You've got a team on their heels, emotionally rattled after giving up an onside kick, already down by 14 points. This is really when you got a chance to stick the dagger in them and really choke them out. And you go up by 21, then it is desperation time.
8:02 to play, third quarter. Storm by 14, 34-20, working off an onside kick. On a draw play, BJ moves, shaker bake out the outside to the 20, to the 15, all the way down inside the 10-yard line. Now they're going to stay out of bounds against the boards at the 11. Oh my, what a shake and bake run by BJ.
It's gets to be very demoralizing for a defense when you're down. You're trying to claw your way back into the game. You lose the ball on a special teams situation, and then that offense comes out and they're just running the ball down your throat, and you just can't stop them.
And like you said earlier, it really sets up the pass. Now Lorenzo Brown will be under center this time. BJ in the backfield behind him, one through the box. BJ had a handoff again, and he gets horse-collared down. Not horse-collared, bulldog down, and bringing him down there was Ben Perry.
Yeah, that looked like it was going to be a lot better offensively than kind of how it ended up at the last second, but wouldn't be surprised if you come back here with something quick, maybe another sweep to the outside and avoid going up inside.
Gain of a half a yard. It's going to be just at the 10-yard line. Second down and 10. Can get a first down at about the 1-yard line. Storm by 14, 34-20. Now Lorenzo Brown gives it off he fakes it off to Tatum. Lorenzo Brown's going to keep it, moves it left inside the 10. Going to be down to about the 6-yard line, gain of 4. And making a stop defensively there was Ben Perry again, and also into the stop defensively there was Dante Rumpf out of Kentucky. But you can see some body language with the umpire right now, hands on their hips, pointing at each other. A little bit lethargic as far as their movement.
This is when they're going to start trying to do their own thing as well, just trying to make a play instead of doing their job. And that's when you can really attack them as an offense.
Storm with third down. Third down and 6 from about the 6-yard line. Back to pass. Lorenzo Brown looking left all the way. Throws it to the left side for Tatum. Behind him, coverage by Ferguson, incomplete. And make an exception out there was Robert Brown with the official, thinking that the offensive player was holding him.
Well, you can see Coach Riggs a little bit upset with Lorenzo Brown there on that play. He really tried to force that ball in there. It was well covered. Should have been looking for a receiver coming back across the middle. I mean, it wasn't an unforced error. Nobody was going to intercept that ball, but even if they would have caught it, it was going to be well short of the first down anyways.
So a field goal attempt coming out by Justin Sarabatka. They're going to put this one down at about the 13, make this about a 23-yard field goal attempt. There's the placement. There's the kick. It's up.
No good.
And it is no good. His second field goal that is no good. And the score stands. So the umpire with an opportunity. It could have been ugly, but now they're still only trailing by 14. 34-20 with 5:03 left to play in this third quarter.
Yeah, really dodged a bullet there. I mean, after that onside kick to get a missed field goal situation.
So now the umpire will start this campaign at their own 5-yard line. 5:03 to play in the third quarter. And this is United Bowl 2016. Sioux Falls Storm looking for their 6th championship in a row. The 9th, they have won 9. They're looking for their 10th overall, but 6th within the Indoor Football League.
Rich, we've been together for all of them.
Yes, we have.
This is the third one in the booth with you, and then I was on the field for the other ones. But
we have been together.
It's been quite the history.
You know, Mike, when you think back on all the times that we've had, the wins that we've had, but sometimes the things that you remember are not necessarily win. I remember we were down in Fort Wayne, Indiana, playing down there, and you were coaching grad assistant at Louisville, and you came up and broadcast the game with me. We were 7.5 stories above the plane service. We joked afterwards that we got Casey Beanhoff and Corey Walker mixed up.
Which, how would you ever do that? I don't know.
And that was a game that the Storm absolutely got blitzed.
Yep.
Absolutely. Fort Wayne. It was Fort Wayne, and they absolutely cold-cocked the Sioux Falls Storm in that kind of 56-23 or something to that effect.
It was a long night in Fort Wayne after as well.
Oh, yeah, the bus was broken down. We had to stay an extra night. Drove 45 miles an hour all the way back to Sioux Falls. 5:03 to play in this third quarter. Now the umpire, trailing the Storm by 14, dodged a bullet in the fact that the Storm tried a field goal and did not get it, much less get a touchdown, which would have made a 21-point advantage. So now the umpire, plenty of time in the third quarter. We still got the whole fourth quarter, got a ton of ball game left.
Well, they got 4 receivers to the right. Let's see if they bring number 19 all the way up to the top on his own and just look for a quick little one-on-one route up to the top. This is when they've shown it is out of this formation.
They're having a presentation of a check. It was a special fundraiser tonight, and Eric Van Beek is down in the field. We'll see if we can find out what the amount of the fundraiser. But the Sioux Falls Storm this year have donated over $100,000 in the last 2 years, over almost $250,000 has been donated back into the community for charitable things. And right now there's a young man out there that has cancer. He has had his leg amputated, or parts of it, and requires much more surgeries and treatment and the cost factor. And they had a special fundraiser for him tonight. And I'm trying to see what the total number is on that check. I could not see it.
Yeah, I can't see it either.
But a great night again here at the Sioux Falls Arena for families that are struggling at the Storm. Finds out about them, and Jim Loria puts together a fundraiser, and it's been fantastic all year long. And now back to football. 5:03 to play, third quarter. Empire trailing the Storm by 14, 34-20. And now Dowdell will be in shotgun formation, standing on his old goal line. Quads to the left side, too deep. Now one who goes in motion, Burrell. Left side, back to pass. It's going to be a run by Dowdell. He's got some room. He'll take it all the way to the boards and tap there to about the 8-yard line. Gain of 8. Check that's the 14. It's going to be second down and about a yard.
Well, that was the first new wrinkle we've seen out of that formation. This time they ran crossing routes with some deeper route looks there, and caught the Storm in man-to-man, and the quarterback, Dowdell, was able just to pull it down, had a lot of open space there to be able to pick up some yards.
Free play now for the umpire, second down and about a yard. Stack in the slot to the right side. Now they're going to put and move Burrell back deep on the right. He'll go in motion along with Charles. Swing past the left side, gets it there to Pierce. Pierce makes the reception, and he's got the first down out to about the 19-yard line. It's going to be first down and 10.
That's a little screen pass. They had Pierce lined up behind one of the receivers. Just a quick throw out to him. He already had blockers in front of him, enough to get about, I'd say, 7 yards?
About that. So going to take it first down and 10 from the 19-yard line. Clock rolls, 3:53 to play, third quarter. Scored by 14, 34-20. And now Burrell split to the left side. Deep right is going to be J.J. Hayes. He's in motion. Back to pass. Dowdell across the middle behind the intended receiver, J.J. Hayes. He got into that dead area behind the two up linebackers, and the pass a bit behind him, incomplete.
Yeah, and Dowdell just threw that one really into the ground, didn't give his receiver a chance to catch it. Seen some different route concepts now out of this offense, a little bit more, like I said, crossing routes, but I don't think this quarterback's much of a true passer, so he's starting to really struggle a little bit with that.
There's Sparky right up there on the camera.
Yeah, I saw her. She made the Jumbotron.
How about that? That's my wife. So now, two on the line, left, one deep, left. He'll go in motion along with J.J. Hayes on the right. Dumps it across the middle, gets it there on a reception for about 5 yards. And he gets that to Pierce. And making a stop, Blackman.
Well, it looks like they're somewhat abandoning the run game altogether here as much as they're throwing the ball, spreading everybody out. Really getting a good glimpse at what they're going to try to do to get back into this game.
Charles and Pierce on the line of scrimmage, split each way, two deep on the left. They both go in motion either side of the slot. Fires upfield, caught basically right on his knees. Down there was J.J. Hayes, and the pass goes right into his midsection, but that's a first down at the Sioux Falls Storm 20-yard line.
And Dowdell took a little bit of a hit there in the backfield. The defensive ends just kind of they met at the quarterback and were able to put him back on his back a little bit, which completed the pass, but sometimes those hits end up taking a toll by the end of the game.
Oh, no doubt. 1:58 to go, third quarter. This drive started at the 5-minute mark. Used up 3 already in this contest, but it's taken down to the 19. Burrell split to the right side. Handoff goes to Pierce. He'll try to go around the right, but a lot of heavy traffic there. And making a stop, Brandon Pegues. Brandon Pegues out of Hampton, had some time in the NFL with the Colts. So the carry takes it down to the 17. That's a gain of 2. It's second down and 8.
And these DNs now are just crashing down on that inside run, and quarterback needs to try to keep them honest if they're going to get some positive yards here, but they're sticking with the pass. We got 4 wide receivers again.
DeAndre Burrell and Hayes deep on the right side. Left side's going to be Pierce and Charles. Quickly snaps it to the right side, gets it to J.J. Hayes, short of the first down. Is going to set up third down and 2. And making a stop, Snoop Blackman again. Also there was Elijah Fields. Interesting story about Elijah Fields. I was looking online at different spotter boards that broadcasters use, and there happened to be one there from Pittsburgh. And I looked on this thing, and here Elijah Fields was on it. And it said that when Weinstock, he was in his doghouse. Now third down and about 2 for the Empire. Quick snap to left side, gets it to Pierce. He caught it. He's got the first down, or very close to it. And yes, they're going to award the first down. Pushing him out of bounds was Tyler Knight.
And that was that little screen look again with the running back lined up behind the receiver, and they just wing it out there, and didn't get nearly as many yards as it got the first time, but enough to get the first down, and now it's first and goal inside the 7-8 yard line.
And that's going to end the first 3 quarters of play. As the clock runs out, the Storm lead by 14, 34-20. Folks, we have the final verse, the final stanza. The fourth quarter coming at you from the Denny Sanford Premier Center in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. This is United Bowl 2016, 34-20. Back right after this. This is brought to you by Orthopedic Institute.
We're the Lightning Girls, and this is the all-new 2016 Nissan Titan from Billion Nissan.
It's Cars.com's best pickup truck of 2016.
Billion Nissan Sioux Falls or BillionAuto.com.
What's the smart way to refresh your home? Get inspired by Granite Transformations. See how easy it is to transform your kitchen or bathroom with gorgeous quartz in granite backed by our lifetime warranty. Plus custom cabinet refacing, all without the mess of a traditional renovation. Explore the exciting possibilities at the New Look, New Style celebration happening now at Granite Transformations. Schedule your free in-home design consultation today.
Breathe easier.
Football. The score at halftime was 20-13, and this year the Empire have had 5 games where they've had a scoreless third quarter. Well, in this ball game, they have gotten a touchdown in the third quarter. As they got a pass to Samuel Charles from Dowdell, and they broke their streak of 5 scoreless third quarters, not just the last 5 games, but during the course of the season. Now we have 15 minutes left to go in this contest of the United Bowl 2016, the Storm by 14. And the Empire with an opportunity as they have the ball, and it is first down and goal at the Sioux Falls Storm 8-yard line through 3 quarters of play. Dowdell 16 of 19, 146 yards. No interceptions, 3 touchdowns, long of 31. Lorenzo Brown, 8 of 14, 126, 3 touchdowns, long of 49. And now the Empire. First down and goal at the Sioux Falls Storm 8-yard line. Motion on both sides. Back to pass. No, it's going to be play action. Dowdell keeps the football. Brandon Pegues wraps him up and brings him down. Minimal gain.
Well, Spokane came back with the little zone read action there, and I think quarterback had a little seam if he stayed up inside of his offensive tackle, but he jumped outside, and Pegues was sitting out there waiting for him, and really lassoed him up there for a minimal gain. But doesn't look the 2 running threats for Spokane they just don't look like they're in sync or in their game right now tonight.
And that could be because of what the Storm is doing defensively. And now second down and goal from the 6-yard line. Pierce goes in motion. He gets the handoff. Instead, it's going to be Brandon Pegues. Wraps him up for a loss. Also there was Claude Davis. Pushes it back to the 9. That's a loss of 3. And Mike, you had talked about Empire giving up the running game. It's kind of being reminded to them why they should.
Yeah, I mean, once they get inside first down inside the red zone, then they decide like they feel like they have to run the ball. For some reason, it hasn't been successful, and now they're sitting with 0 gain on these last 2 plays, and now they got 3rd and 8 trying to score a touchdown.
They had it down to the 6, and now it's back to the 9-yard line. They gave them forward progress to the 8, and a timeout's called by the Empire. That's their first of this second half. 34-20, 13:43 to play, fourth quarter. Storm by 14. You're listening to Storm Football, brought to you by Scott's Lumber and Supply Company. Back in 30 seconds.
When you run a
Breathe easier when you have your ducts cleaned by Waterbury. Call us today. Routine services can save you money in the long run. Call Waterbury to schedule yours today.
Well, folks, there's 13:43 to play in this fourth quarter of United Bowl 2016. The Storm leading by 14, 34-20. After they got a touchdown in the second half, and then an onside kick to put them up by 14. Motion, line of scrimmage, and with that, Claude Davis jumps off sides, and that's going to give a free 5 to the Empire.
Yeah, that should put the ball on the 3-yard line, but we'll see. I'm not, as good of a game plan as like we talked about in the first half that Spokane and Coach Shackelford had. I haven't been real impressed by what we've seen since then.
Yeah.
Really since that first quarter. And Spokane now is going to bring in their 2 linebackers as lead blockers. And when they did that in the first half, that's when Keys at the nose guard just knifed through there and made that big play for a tackle for loss. So I don't know. It's really interesting play calls here the last couple plays.
Third down and goal from the Sioux Falls 4. And now Dowdell has a stack dive to his right. They're going to run it on an option play. Nobody there to pitch it to. He's in trouble, and he falls down back at the 10-yard line. Oh, my. Busted play for the Empire. Lost 6.
Well, it looked like the quarterback was thinking the running back was going to be going to the same direction. They were going to run like an option type play. And when the quarterback got to the edge and was looking to pitch, the running back wasn't there. He went the other way. The offensive tackle went the other way. It was a broken play. Again, it's a third play in a row. It just seems like they've just wasted time, wasted plays. Now it's 4th and goal from the 10.
And Adam Shackelford, the head coach of the Spokane Empire, is going to go for it on 4th down and goal from right at the 10-yard line, working from the left center half. Charles splits to the right side along with Pierce. It's going to be Hayes deep on the right and Burrell deep left. And with that, the Empire going to have to call another timeout. No, they're going to take a delay of game instead. So the penalty pushes it out to the 15-yard line. And at this juncture, Mike, I think the timeout is more important to keep.
Yeah, and I think he thought that, and also you get a little bit more room maybe to work here with the ball, but I think the wheels are coming off here in Spokane.
Warning. Sioux Falls. That's their first.
They just gave a sideline warning to Coach Hermanson because he was out past the numbers trying to talk to his players.
So with that, that's a first sideline warning. And if there's another one, then the Storm would lose coaching privileges for both sides of the ball being on the field. 4th down and goal from the 15-yard line. Dowdell puts 2 in motion, empty backfield. He's back to pass. Here comes Davis. Gets away from Davis, rolls right all the way back to their own 20-yard line. He's going to throw for the end zone. Over the head, incomplete. And the Storm's going to take over on downs on the 15-yard line. No flags on the field.
Well, that is not the answer that you're looking for there out of Spokane after they got him stopped on that missed field goal after the onside kick. Got some momentum. They get the ball all the way down inside the 10. And then they have what is probably the worst 4 play calls that I've seen in this game, either side. And they just shot themselves in the foot. And now it's going to be tough.
12:07 to play in this contest. And a Storm by 14 after the defense held on downs. They have the ball at their own 15-yard line, 1st down and 10. And look for Coach Riggs either to take time or go for the jugular. It's going to hand off. Left side goes to Corey Williams. He's got a 1st down around the left side. Finally going to be brought down and inside the Empire territory at about the 24-yard line. And making a stop defensively there was Robert Brown.
That was that wide receiver fly sweep again. Bring Corey Williams inside, gets a handoff, and runs outside of the offensive set. And that's what they did with so much success the last 2 offensive drives. Like I said, Curtis is going to run it until they stop him, and Spokane has no answer right now.
And Spokane just looks like a defeated team out there. Everybody's moving slowly. Handoff goes to BJ Brandon Johnson Farrell, but Ben Perry comes up with a tackle and brings him down. Going to be short of the 20-yard line. Going to be at about the 21. Make that about a 3-yard pickup. Good play there by Ben Perry out of Minnesota.
Yeah, 3-yard. Stop him for a 3-yard gain. That's kind of Spokane's got to try to rally around those small successes to start building something because they are struggling.
10:46 to play in this 4th quarter. Storm by 14, 34-20. They got the ball back after holding on downs. Now they have the ball. 1st down, or check that, 2nd down and 7 from the 21-yard line. Brandon Johnson Farrell, left side carry. He's going to be drugged down by Pasquale Vecchio. And gain of only a couple yards, but the clock continues to roll. We're pushing down close to 10 minutes to play.
Yeah, right now Curtis is keeping it a little bit, I don't know if I'd say conservative, but he's just trying to chew up some clock, just get some positive yards. Now it's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, somewhere in that area. Gives you a chance. You could either run it here, make it 4-down territory, maybe do a little short pass, something like that, but just keep the ball away from Spokane. That's the whole goal right now.
9:56 to play in the contest. 34-20 Sioux Falls Storm. And now Lorenzo Brown works with an empty backfield shotgun formation. Gets the snap. 3rd down and 4. Fires it upfield. High pass. It's caught. Brought in. It's going to be caught there by Brandon Johnson-Farrell. His first reception, but it's all the way down to the 4-yard line. First down and goal at the 4 for the Storm.
Gain about 15 yards on that. And there no defenders in sight. They're playing loose, trying not to be aggressive, but first down inside the 5. This is when you really blow the doors off.
Storm have not had a turnover. The Empire have had one, and the Storm capitalized on it and got a touchdown, and that's what gave them the 14-point lead. Now the Storm get a handoff, goes there. No, it's a keeper by Lorenzo Brown. Left side, end zone, touchdown! Lorenzo Brown carries the mail, and the Storm up by 20, 40-20.
Well, Lorenzo's making his case right now for MVP of the United Bowl. He's got 3 passing touchdowns and just scored his 3rd rushing touchdown. Accounts for 6 total touchdowns in the game. He's having a strong night. There's no doubt about it.
Lorenzo Brown out of the University of Sioux Falls. Scored 18 points last week against Cedar Rapids. And now Justin Saravodka onto field to try the point after touchdown. 3 of 4 thus far. And there's the snap, there's the placement, there's the kick, and it's up and it's good. And the Sioux Falls Storm lead by 21, 41-20. And we'll pause for a timeout. 9:02 left to play in this 4th quarter. Storm leading 41-20. This segment brought to you by Sioux Falls Specialty Hospital.
People that I work with are family. We get more time with the patients to deliver that personalized care.
I know that our patients are satisfied and happy with their outcomes.
And I've had more than one patient say to me, you know, I can really feel that you guys like being here and taking care of patients. And that's wonderful to hear, because that's the truth.
We give the best care in the world.
And just a better overall experience for the patient.
And that's why I chose to come work here at Sioux Falls Specialty Hospital.
You're not just disseminating facts. You're not just telling people what happened, but you're having to deal with the people it happened to.
We want to capture the effect. Why is it so important? Why is this happening?
Everything has an effect and everything has an impact. It's more than just providing headlines. It's the idea of this has happened and this is why you should care.
It's the driver of how we do news, because we want people to know that we
To
care.
Storm football, this is United Bowl 2016. I want to send a special shout out to Kristen Aldrich and also to the kids listening up in Minnesota, McKenna, Joe, and Brianna, and just having a great time with Mike down here in Sioux Falls. But special shout out to you guys, and I think you might be getting a special treat when you come home.
Courtesy of Grandpa Rich.
41-20, the Storm with the lead. Here's the kick, but it goes and picked up there by the up at Burrell, carrying it like a loaf of bread. He moves it down to the Storm 18-yard line. Oh, Burrell, that's the 2nd time that's happened to him tonight. This time I thought I was afraid he was going to have the ball stripped out of his hand.
Yeah, he's not. That's typical wide receiver. Not real courageous going right up the middle when all those guys are coming down the field at you. But he did get more positive yards than the last time he fielded one of those squib kicks.
So now the Empire have a gift. They have the ball at the Sioux Falls Storm 17-yard line. They're trailing by 21. You have to believe that there's going to be an onside kick in the future. The Storm have already used one successfully, and that's what gave them the other advantage in this contest. They converted a fumble into a touchdown, and then an onside kick actually converted into no points. Back to pass. Dowdell gets it there to Pierce at the 13, moves it inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Ball stripped out of his hands. We play his whistle dead, and that's going to be a first down. They're going to mark it down to the 7-yard line. Gain of 10.
Yeah, the Boo Birds are out in force after this last play. Dowdell threw just a little dump pass to Pierce out of the backfield. He was able to gain some good yards, and he got stuffed. Progress was stopped, but they did strip the ball out. But it was right at about the same time that whistle happened. So
8 minutes even to go, fourth quarter. 21-point lead for the Sioux Falls Storm, 41-20. Storm looking to get their 6th UIF championship in a row, their 10th overall as a franchise. The umpire looking to make it closer here with an opportunity with an onside kick later. Here's the snap. Dowdell looks right, fires right, gets it there to Burrell. Burrell moves it inside, but it's going to be wrapped up and brought down by Matt Hermanson. It's going to be down to about the 2-yard line, gain of 5.
Now I think we're seeing a little better play calling here than the last series. They're staying with the pass, get the Storm defense spread out a little bit, open up some windows for this quarterback. Doesn't have to be deep passes, but short passes. The only negative is once you get inside the 5, that area gets awful cramped. So we'll see what he tries to do here, but if they're going to have any success, it's going to be throwing the football.
One thing about the new Denny Sanford Premier Center has a much deeper end zone than the Storm used to have back at the Sioux Falls Arena. Now it is second down and goal from the 2-yard line. Dowdell puts one through the box. That is Charles. Gets a toss out to the left side to Burrell, but having nothing to do with it, Elijah Fields comes up with a huge defensive play. Loss of about 2.
That time the Spokane Empire tried to come with a little wide receiver toss out to the outside, and there's just too many people out there. You just can't do it, and it gets jammed up awful quick in the short area.
Over 2.5 minutes have gone through this drive already, and the umpire trailing by 21, 41-20. Ordinarily, they score about 54 points. And now there's motion, line of scrimmage. Flag comes out, and Davis is offsides. But also Dave Lafotu was moving too. We'll see what the play is called.
Defense, number 15. Unabated quarterback. At the distance foul.
So it's going to be a penalty charge against the Sioux Falls Storm, Claude Davis. That'll take it down to the 1.5-yard line. Third down and goal for the umpire.
Yeah, it's a tough penalty to take right there because Spokane's really become anemic once they got inside the red zone here. And just to give them that free 5 yards and let them get that much closer to the goal line is really a mistake that you shouldn't be making at this point.
Borrell split to the right side. Deep right is going to be Charles. Pierce is in the backfield. One through the box is Hayes. Quarterback keeper. Fake the handoff going to Hayes, and diving into the end zone was Dowdell. That's a touchdown. Empire. Well-designed play.
Tell you what, that was actually a really nice looking play, and he faked the sweep, and the offensive line did a little pass set, and then the quarterback just ducked it up inside like a QB sneak, and that it really crosses up the reads of your defense. Really gets them overflowing and not really expecting that quick dive. Perfect play at the 1-yard line. I mean, hats off. That's probably the best play call I've seen from these guys in 10, 15 minutes. But it was a really good looking play.
Point after touchdown, 2 of 3 thus far for Clark. There's a snap. Clark puts this kick up. And it is up, and it is
no good.
No good. And the kick is no good, and the score stands 41-26. 41-26. When we come back, I'll wrap up that scoring drive for the Empire. You're listening to the United Bowl 2016, brought to you by Waterbury Heating and Cooling. We'll be back right after this.
What does
Your body, a remarkable network of bone, tissue, and joints working in perfect harmony. But when injuries occur, that process can be interrupted. At Orthopedic Institute, orthopedic medicine is all we do. We work to get you up and moving again, recreating that perfect harmony, whatever that may be for you. Orthopedic Institute, We're the one to trust to keep your body in
Back
motion.
at the Denny Sanford Premier Center, I'm Rich Roste along with Mike Aldrich and the Empire. From Spokane, put together a 4-play drive, covered 33 yards, 3:14 off the clock. Capping it off was a Dowdell 1.5-yard touchdown. Point after touchdown was no good. And the score stands, it's the Sioux Falls Storm 41 and the Empire 26. Mike, 5:42 to play in this ball game. Onside kick.
Yeah, I think you got to. 5 minutes and 42 seconds, and you could see the Storm's playing for it. Got their hands team out there. Everybody's up there tight. And you can see that they know the style of onside kick that Spokane likes. Coming here out of this bunch and try to dribble it. You can see the front lines up there tight.
Tatum, the one back in the back. Here is an onside kick. Recovered there by, I believe that was Carrington Hanna. Recovered at about the 11-yard line, but we've got a penalty flag thrown by the side judge. The linesman, check that.
Many times it's illegal touching by the kicking team because it didn't go 10 yards, but they never got to it, so I'm not real sure what the penalty is going to be here.
Oh, it's an offside penalty charge against the Sioux Falls Storm. And they're going to be a re-kick. And there'll be a 5-yard penalty put in the bank.
So the only way you can get an offsides on the kickoff return team, you have to be 10 yards from the ball. So if he stepped ahead in front of the 10-yard line and got within 9 yards before the ball is kicked, that's how the returning team can have that offsides penalty.
So now do you try an onside kick again?
I think you have to. I just think you can't do the same exact one they just did because the Storm had it snuffed out.
Yeah.
I mean, they had it well scouted.
Remember years ago when we were up in Billings, Montana? Were you up there that time with that guy? I think it was Bubba was doing the game with me, and 3 times he had an onside kick in a row.
Yep.
Each time they scored a touchdown and almost won the game. Storm was up by 25, I think, or something to that effect, and it was a 3-point ball game. Here's a very high onside kick. It's going to be fielded there by BJ, Brandon Johnson-Farrell. He caught it at the 21-yard line, and the Storm covered the onside and have it 1st and 10 at the Empire 21.
Well, Spokane decided to use a different onside. They went with the high hopper, and they put it at about the 20, so it was almost a 20-yard kick where Parker Douglas, the former kicker of the Storm, was so good at those type of kicks, and he put it right at 10 yards, and nobody had a chance except for his own team. But this one wasn't quite as successful.
Now they will back that up. 5-yard penalty is in the bank, and now tempers and emotions are getting a little higher. So now after they march the penalty, it's going to be back to the Sioux Falls Storm 24-yard line, 1st down and 10. So 21 to 41-26 is the lead. The Sioux Falls Storm up on top.
And it's 15 points, still 2-score game. I mean, if Spokane's defense can get a stop, turnover, get the ball, something along those lines, they still got a chance. So they can't get caught just being down and thinking that the game's over. They still got a chance, but Sioux Falls can definitely put them away right here.
So now from their own 24-yard line, 2 in motion, looping around to the right side, but it's going to be BJ, Brandon Johnson-Farrell. He'll run the football, and he gets a couple yards to the 24 of Spokane.
I think we're going to see some plays just like that here for the next couple, just an inside zone dive play. Just to get yourself 2, 3, 4 yards if you can. Try to stay on track and get it to 3rd and 1, something along those lines. Eat up the clock. Very limited opportunity of turning the ball over, like on a pass play, something like that. Be very ball security conscious here.
Storm leading 41-26, and they have a 2nd down and 9 from the 24 of Spokane. Handoff to Mike Tatum, going around from right to left. He's got some running room. Cuts inside. Ball comes out, going to be picked up there by Brandon Johnson-Farrell as Mike Tatum went down very awkwardly. That's the kind of play you can get hurt on, but he bounces up, limping a little bit on his left leg. And he is going to check out of the ball game. And Carrington Hanna will check into the contest. Played University of Sioux Falls. He was a quarterback and wide receiver. And he came on board with the Sioux Falls Storm on April 20th.
Carrington was a very tough player to have to game plan for.
Oh, is that right?
I had to do that at Augustana and Wayne State because he could be a quarterback, he could be a receiver, and he was effective at both. Very good player.
Play clock's down to 5 seconds, and the Storm going to call a timeout at 1. And they call the timeout. 3 minutes, 33 seconds left to go in this contest. Storm by 15, 41-26 over the Empire United Bowl 2016. And you're listening to this broadcast brought to you by Boyer Trucks and Beck right after this timeout.
If hauling equipment is part of your job, a Ford Transit van should be part of your business, and you can get one or more at Boyer Trucks in Sioux Falls. Choose from 3 roof heights so you can take loads others leave behind. Add easy access cargo doors for quick pickups and drop-offs, durability designed to go all day, every day, and the fact they're built Ford tough, and they'll become the backbone of your business. Get gas or diesel engine vans at Boyer Trucks, your full-service Ford dealership at 2101 East Benson Road in Sioux Falls, an employee-owned company since 1988.
3 minutes, 33 seconds left to go in this contest. Storm by 15, and they have a 3rd down and about 4. They have the ball resting on the 20-yard line of the Empire of Spokane. And this game, Mike, when you think about it, it comes down to a fumble by the Empire. The Storm convert that to 7 points. And that's been pretty much the difference in this contest, as far as the Empire not getting back to be able to advance the score to tie.
Well, and typically that's the case when you have 2 good teams playing in the last game of the year. It's whoever makes the mistake is the one that gets burned in the long run.
3:33, clock is counting. Motion, line of scrimmage, flag comes out. Pass goes there to Carrington, and he spins out of a tackle at the 15 to the 10, left side, down the left sideline by the sideboard, takes it into the end zone, touchdown, Carrington Hanna. Holy help me, Hanna. What a great run by him. Did he lose both shoes? No, somebody lost both shoes over there or something on the field.
Well, that was actually Caleb Hawley.
Okay. Caleb Hawley gets the 24-yard touchdown reception. And Lorenzo Brown accounts for another touchdown. And that's his 4th passing touchdown.
Looks like Caleb, when they were trying to tackle him, in which they couldn't, looks like he took a shot to the lower midsection where it can hurt.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Yep. I see him on the sidelines. We used to call that having the wind knocked out of you.
That's a pretty good description.
Yeah. But that was a big touchdown score for the Sioux Falls Storm, leading now 47-26. And Servatka trying his 6th point after touchdown. And this one is good. 5 of 6 point after touchdowns. Let's pause for another 30 seconds. You're listening to Storm Football, brought to you by Budweiser and the folks at Beal Distributing. Back right after this.
Are you looking for that first apartment? Better yet, have the kids moved away and you're...
Breathe easier when you have your ducts cleaned by Waterbury. Call us today. Save on your energy bill with the new furnace from Waterbury. Call for your free estimate.
Drive to go a total of 26 yards in 2 plays. And Lorenzo Brown finds Caleb Hawley, takes it in from 24 yards out. Point after touchdown by Justin Servatka was good. 5 of 6 tonight. And the Storm lead 48-26. 22-point advantage, largest lead of the contest for the Storm. 3:24 left to play in this contest. Don't forget, tomorrow from 11 till 12:30, the fan appreciation, and that'll be at the D1 practice facility, 69th and Southwestern. Bounding kick, bounced off one of the upbacks. Going to be just folded on, dropped on Pasquale Vecchio. As that ball was just kind of spinning there, but the Empire had the ball at the 24 of the Sioux Falls Storm.
Sometimes calling a football game requires an English major degree, you know?
I think so. 3:20 left to play in this fourth quarter, and the Storm have opened up a 22-point lead.
Well, I think the realism is probably set in here that this is with 3 minutes 20 seconds left, a game that they're not going to be able to win here for Spokane. But we'll see what kind of fight they have. See if they can at least go and put a score in there, give themselves a chance, make it interesting.
Motion on both sides, back to pass. Dowdell rolls right, throws it upfield. It's going to be caught by Pierce. Can he get into the end zone? Dives in. Yes, touchdown. Touchdown. Well, there's a delay call. Yes, touchdown. And quickly, one play. The Empire come back, 2:55 to play. Mike, the last time they were here, they were down just like this. They get an onside kick. They recover it, get the touchdown, do it again. And they have the ball with 1 minute left to play, trailing by 3.
Well, they got some fight in them. They're going to go for 2 here as they're down by, what are they down, 16? So, going for 1 doesn't really do anything for you. So, see if they can get it back down to 14. Onside kick is coming. There's no doubt about that.
So the 2-point conversion is the attempt right now, and Dowdell has Pierce to his left. 2 in motion to the right. Back to pass, looking right, throws, end zone caught, 2-point is good. Well, this has got shades of what happened back when the Sioux Falls Storm and the Empire played for the first time here in Sioux Falls. The score, 48-33. 48-33, 15-point advantage. Onside kick coming. We'll pause for 30 and be back. You're listening to Storm Football, brought to you by Fireplace Professionals right here on Kello News Talk, AM 1320 and FM 107.9.
Eastway Bowl is more than just bowling. It's a full experience entertainment center. Like us on Facebook and visit our website to learn more about the full experience at Eastway Bowl.
Some of Minnesota math again. It's a 14-point advantage for the Sioux Falls Storm. 48-34. 48-34. And one play drive, 24 yards. And the 2-point conversion was successful. Here's the onside kick. Bounding kick. Fielded there and caught on a line drive by Corey Williams. And he caught it at the 17-yard line. Wow, that was an amazing catch.
It was. I mean, with that ball kind of squibbing every which way, and he made a diving catch. And the importance of it is he got the ball, and it didn't go and roll around in the backfield. And they had... on that return, they had Lorenzo Brown, the quarterback, was the deep returner. So he was kind of the safety valve there, and that's the last guy you want really tracking down a wobbly ball as those guys are running down the field as your starting quarterback. So that was a huge play. It was an interesting call there on the kickoff, but didn't take too much time off. So see if they can try to make miracles happen, try to get this ball back.
14-point lead for the Sioux Falls Storm, 48-34. And the Storm in no hurry, but the clock continues to roll, 2:34 and counting. They get the playoff, quarterback draw, keeper by Lorenzo Brown. He takes it down inside the 15-yard line down to about the 13, gain of 4. Now, one thing, Mike, we have this year is the Craven Bar and Grill Player of the Game. And I want to have you think about that for a little bit, and we'll talk about it when we get closer to the end of the contest.
Sounds good. I've got some ideas.
I bet you do. You're listening to this ball game brought to you by First Premier Bank here in Sioux Falls. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have the post-game show. Coach Riggs will not be a part of that. He'll have activities on the field. Handoff goes to Corey Williams through the box. Left side carry, cuts back inside of the 10. Takes it down inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line before he's tackled and brought down by T.C. Robinson. But that's going to be a first down for the Sioux Falls Storm. And the clock rolls down to 1:33 and counting. The Empire 2 timeouts left, as do the Storm. Empire have decided to take one at this time. Nope, it's the Storm that takes the timeout.
They charge it to Spokane. He just signaled it wrong.
Now the defensive coordinator just really getting after his players. But you're down by 14 with 1:32 left to play.
Well, I mean, you're still in striking distance. I mean, the thing you don't see these guys with under 3 minutes to go and you're down by 2 scores. You don't see their defense going for the ball. You know, the running back's carrying the ball. Nobody's punching at the ball. Nobody's trying to pull his fingers off the ball. I mean, they're just trying to make the tackle, and you don't have much time to do anything. And you don't see that fight to get the ball back. The importance of the football, which is the most important thing in the game of football. And I mean, if you don't do that and they score here, it's over. I mean, you got no chance. But
so 1:32 left to play in the contest. Storm had the ball, first down and goal at the 6-yard line of the Empire. Going to send Caleb Holly to the right side. Left side's going to be Carrington Hanna, 2 in motion. It's going to be Lorenzo Brown carrying the ball, takes it down inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line, gain of 3. And the clock continues to roll. But now a timeout's going to be called, I believe, by the Empire again. No.
Yeah, it's on the Empire.
Yeah, he charged
signals it wrong.
Yeah, he signaled it to the Sioux Falls Storm, but it was charged against the Empire. And we'll pause for 30. And you're listening to this broadcast brought to you by Louis Dragan, back right after this.
Your body, a remarkable network of bone, tissue, and joints working in perfect harmony. But when injuries occur, that process can be interrupted. At Orthopedic Institute, orthopedic medicine is all we do. We work to get you up and moving again, recreating that perfect harmony, whatever that may be for you. Orthopedic Institute, we're the one to trust to keep your body in motion.
To play in this contest, and you're listening to United Bowl 2016, brought to you by Mattress Firm in Sioux Falls. And the Storm, second down and goal at the 2-yard line. And Mike, would you ever not go for the touchdown, just take a knee at this particular point? It's just too much time left and too little score.
Yeah, I think I mean, they're going to get the 1-minute timeout as well, so I think you got to keep going forward here.
Lorenzo Brown gives a handoff, left side carry, spins into the end zone, touchdown, Corey Williams.
Another wide receiver sweep, fly sweep action. It's the one play that Spokane has not been able to stop or have an answer for all night. So I think it's fitting that that's the final touchdown, kind of the nail in the coffin here for Spokane, with the Storm scoring on a play that they just haven't been able to stop.
So the Sioux Falls Storm move up 54-34. 54-34 on Corey Williams' first rushing touchdown of the contest. He also has a receiving 11-yard touchdown reception for a touchdown. There's a snap. Sirivaka puts the point up. And it is good. And the Sioux Falls Storm now lead 55-34. 55-34. We'll pause for 30 seconds. And when we come back, we'll have the last 1:22 left to go in this contest. You're listening to Storm Football, brought to you by Orthopedic Institute, right here on Kilo News Talk, AM 1320 and FM 107.9. Back in 30.
What's the smart way to refresh your home? Get inspired by Granite Transformations. See how easy it is to transform your kitchen or bathroom with gorgeous quartz and granite backed by our lifetime warranty. Plus custom cabinet refacing, all without the mess of a traditional renovation. Explore the exciting possibilities at the New Look, New Style celebration happening now at Granite Transformations. Schedule your free in-home design consultation today.
United Bowl 2016, the Sioux Falls Storm leading over the Empire, 55-34, a 21-point advantage. They've led by as much as 22. We've had 2 ties in this contest. And now Saravaca will kick it off, and back to receive is going to be Brown. Brown's going to go over. A fan grabs it and takes it away from Brown. That'll be fan interference. They'll throw the flag, and we'll have a re-kick.
Fan interference by rule is a re-kick.
Does the fan get to keep the football? I don't know.
I would think so.
I think so.
Isn't the rule you catch a ball, keep it? If you catch a player,
throw him back. Yeah,
Yep.
throw him back. So evidently the fan gets to keep the football.
It was a good catch.
Yes, it was. I just showed on the big screen. The fan has the football. 1:22 left to play in this fourth quarter. Storm by 21, 55-34. Big change happened early in the contest when the first quarter, into the first quarter, as the Empire fumbled it, the score. Storm got the recovery and converted it to 7 points. Here's a kick. Gets it upfield, and boom, a big hit. The ball comes out. Scramble for the ball. It's going to be Storm football at about the 11-yard line. We'll wait and see if it's played when whistled dead. I do not believe. Robert Brown coughed it up, and the Storm get the ball with 1:11 left to go in the contest.
Yeah, that was the returner who took a little jab step and tried to cut back across the grain to make a move, and Matt Hermanson came in. He didn't see Matt, and just blasted him and popped that ball out. Now this is your question about do you go for it or down it? This might be the place where we might start seeing the knee. Depends on what the spread is, though.
Well, there's a rule within the league that says that you have to, during the last minute, you have to advance the football. Unless the coaches agree because of point spread that you can take a knee. So 1:11 left to go, and slow to leave the field is going to be Josh Ferguson as he was shaken up on that last play. And the Storm coming out over the ball. Great job done by that offensive line again. Kyle Bryant on the right side, Mania Smith on the left, and Charlie Sanders at the center. Rashad Mungro has moved in and out throughout the course of the evening, and he did a fantastic job this past week when Charlie Sanders was gone and allowed no sacks against the Cedar Rapids Titans. Now splitting to the right side, going to be Caleb Holly and Lorenzo Brown, and they're just going to let it run down to the 1 minute more warning. And folks, we'll be back after this 1 minute timeout. You're listening to United Bowl 2016, brought to you by Scott's Lumber and Supply Company. And we'll be back in one.
Eastway Bowl is more than just bowling. It's a full experience entertainment center. Like us on Facebook and visit our website to learn more about the full experience at Eastway Bowl.
People that I work with are family. We get more time with the patients to deliver that personalized care.
I know that our patients are satisfied and happy with their outcomes.
And I've had more than one patient say to me, You know, I can really feel that you guys like being here and taking care of patients. And that's wonderful to hear, because that's the truth.
We give the best care in the
Storm
world.
football brought to you by Sioux Falls Specialty Hospital. And there is 1 minute left to go in this fourth quarter. The Storm has just recovered a kickoff, return, fumble, and they have the ball at the 11-yard line. At the Empire 11-yard line, 1 minute even on the clock. And evidently the coaching staffs have agreed upon the fact that the Storm can take a knee and ride out the clock.
We'll probably see one more snap here before they can be good with it, but it's all academic from here.
Clock will ride down to 41 seconds and counting. Coach Riggs has just handed his headset to Terrence Bryant, Hall of Fame member of the IFL and unbelievable quarterback, left-handed quarterback for the Sioux Falls Storm. And the celebration is starting to heat up as the fans are getting ready to explode, as there's 18 seconds left to go on the clock, and Lorenzo Brown will take a knee for the last time. And the clock will wind down. We're at 9 seconds and the clock is counting. We're down to 3, 2, 1. The Sioux Falls Storm has won their 10th national championship and their 6th IFL championship in a row, as they have defeated the Empire of Spokane, Washington, 55-34. 55-34 as the confetti comes floating down at the Denny Sanford Premier Center. And I got to feel bad for Spokane. They're standing out there and it's coming down on top of them.
Yeah, there's been many a team that have come through here and had that same thing happen to them.
62 teams have traveled to Sioux Falls, and none of them have been able to beat the Sioux Falls Storm since back in 2010. 2010, and that's when the Omaha Beef defeated the Storm 43-37. Check that, May 15th was the last time a visiting team was victorious here in Sioux Falls.
May 15th, 2010?
Yes.
I remember that game. I think the refs made some bad calls. Could have been longer.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been. Could have been. Well, folks, we'll have the post-game show. We'll have the presentation of the trophy to head coach Curtis Riggs and the Sioux Falls Storm. And the players down the field congratulating each other, hugging. It's been a long season, but when a player comes here, this is an expectation to get to this game, but it is not a given to win it. And this was a hard-fought contest, and one big turnover. And look at how the confetti is just floating, Mike. It's really kind of cool, like we're inside of one of those shake-up jars at Christmas time.
Yeah, it's like a snow globe.
Snow globe,
it's
yeah.
Like they're starting to get back north again, go back up.
Well, I didn't realize how humid it was in here. No.
Yeah. This definitely reminds me of when I was coaching with them and we'd win, and being able to go grab your kids and bring them back out there and let them share in the joy.
And play right in the confetti as it's come floating down. We'll take it down to the field.
Sir Mike Allshouse.
First, I'd like to congratulate the Spokane Empire on a great season. First-year expansion team in the IFL to qualify for the United Bowl is an amazing feat. So please give it up to the Empire.
The Empire, for the first time, did not win a championship the first year in a league that they had joined. They had done that in Arena Football League and Arena Football League.
The moment that the home crowd has been waiting for, 6th championship in a row and 10th overall. Congratulations to the Sioux Falls Storm, 2016 United Bowl champion.
As the confetti continues to float up and down in front of us, almost a surreal sight. The multicolored, shiny confetti. And now Coach Riggs and his daughter Afton go up onto the stage and getting a handshake from Mike Allshouse, the commissioner of the IFL.
Hey, I don't have much to say. I just want to thank you guys. We travel all over the United States, and by far this is the toughest and best place to be year in, year out. Thank you very much. Just know these guys put a lot of time and effort in. They work extremely hard. It is not easy. I know they make it look easy at times, but they put a lot of work in, and so do these coaches. And the work they put in is time away from home, so we all want to thank our wives. Thank you. Terrence wants to thank his. Thank you. Okay? And we need to thank our owner, Todd Tryon. Where are you? Todd, come up here. Yes. Come on, give it up for Todd Tryon. Atta baby.
As they embrace on the
Again,
podium.
thank you. We love you. And we'll see if we can keep this going.
I mean, do we got a great coach or what? Best there is right here. Hey, I want to send a quick congratulations to Spokane. I got a feeling they're going to be around for years to come. Great ownership, great GM, class act. I mean, Spokane, thank you for making the trip and safe travels back. Also want to thank our league. We had a lot of owners up here this weekend. We got a chance to see how Sioux Falls does it. So thank you, owners from all the other teams, this great IFL league. And then last but not least, I want to thank my beautiful wife, Wendy. I mean, you need support to do what we do. And thank you, Wendy, and my family. And, you know, last but not least, our fans. You know, best in the league, 2 years running. We know it's 17 years running. But thank you. We have got the best, I know it's cliche, but we've got the best fans in all indoor football. And I'm excited for another year. Some other teams may not be, but we are for another year. So thank you to you guys. And our players, man, these players come in here in February, and they come in as individuals, but they leave as a champion. Unbelievable championship team here. Great character, great players. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. I'm going to turn this back to our commissioner here.
Now Mike Allshouse.
All right, we have one last award to give out tonight. Your 2016 United Bowl MVP, quarterback Lorenzo Brown.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it in my mind at all. Lorenzo Brown, 10 of 16, 161 passes, 4 passing touchdowns, was not sacked tonight. And in rushing, 17 carries, 58 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. He accounted for 7 touchdowns in this contest.
That's a MVP performance.
Oh, no doubt.
Hands down.
And his entire team up on the field, or up on the podium to be with him to accept that award. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a timeout and be back and wrap this up from the Denny Sanford Premier Center in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The final score again, United Bowl 2016. It's the Sioux Falls Storm 55, the Empire 21, and we'll be back with the final stats and a final wrap after we pause for this timeout. You're listening to Storm Football, brought to you by Waterbury Heating and Cooling and Coleman Heating and...
Ladies and gentlemen, once again.
And we'll be back right after this.
You're not just disseminating facts. You're not just telling people what happened, but you're having to deal with the people it happened to.
We want to capture the effect. Why is it so important? Why is this happening?
Everything has an effect and everything has an impact. It's more than just providing headlines. It's the idea of this has happened and this is why you should care.
It's the driver of how we do news, because we want people to know that we care.
Breathe easier when you have your ducts cleaned by Waterbury. Call us today. routine services can save you money in the long run. Call Waterbury to schedule yours today.
Your body, a remarkable network of bone, tissue, and joints working in perfect harmony. But when injuries occur, that process can be interrupted. At Orthopedic Institute, orthopedic medicine is all we do. We work to get you up and moving again, recreating that perfect harmony, whatever that may be for you. Orthopedic Institute, we're the one to trust to keep your body in motion.
Eastway Bowl is more than just bowling. It's a full experience entertainment center. Like us on Facebook and visit our website to learn more about the full experience at Eastway Bowl.
What's the smart way to refresh your home? Get inspired by Granite Transformations. See how easy it is to transform your kitchen or bathroom with gorgeous quartz in granite backed by our lifetime warranty. Plus custom cabinet refacing, all without the mess of a traditional renovation. Explore the exciting possibilities at the New Look, New Style celebration happening now at Granite Transformations. Schedule your free in-home design consultation today.
We're the Lightning Girls, and this is the all-new 2016 Nissan Titan from Billion Nissan.
It's Cars.com's best pickup truck of 2016.
2016, Rich Roste along with Mike Aldrich, and we'll run down the statistics of this contest again. Lorenzo Brown, 10 of 16, 161 yards in passing, 4 passing touchdowns. He also scored 3 rushing touchdowns on 17 carries and a total of 58 yards. Other statistics of this contest, Brandon Johnson-Farrell, 13 carries, 59 yards, no touchdown, controlled the line of scrimmage for the Sioux Falls Storm, rushing the football between the two of them. They accounted for 117 yards on the ground just between the two of them. Total rushing on the ground for the Sioux Falls Storm, 36 carries, 158 yards to 18 carries and 38 yards for the Spokane Empire. Storm had 161 yards through the air. Total offense, 319 yards to 216 for the Spokane Empire. Time of possession wound up to be practically dead even, only a difference of about 14 seconds. And third down conversion, Storm 5 of 9, and the Empire 7 of 10. Fourth down, 1 of 2 for the Empire, Storm 1 of 1. And red zone scoring chances, Spokane 2 of 4, the Storm 4 and 5. In receiving for the Sioux Falls Storm, Mike Tatum had a big night tonight, 4 receptions, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns, long of 49. Caleb Holly, 3 for 46 and a touchdown. Corey Williams, 2 for 16 and a score. Brandon Johnson-Farrell had 1 pass reception for 15 yards and no touchdown. Leading tackler for the Sioux Falls Storm, Tyler Knight, total of 9.5 with 1 sack and 1 tackle for loss. Storm had just had 1 sack. They had 5 tackles for loss. The Empire had 2. Storm had 2 fumble recoveries. Storm did not fumble the football themselves. That's a very key factor in this contest. Other tacklers, Snoop Blackman, 8.5 tackles. Elijah Fields had 5.5. Matt Hermanson had 5. And Brandon Pegues had 3. Claude Davis, 2.5. Carlton Watkins, 2.5. Those were really early in the contest, really kind of set the tone for the Sioux Falls Storm with his excitement on the field. Brian Keys, 1.5. Carrington Hanna, 1.5, and a half a tackle for John Setzer. Again, the Storm had 5 tackles for loss. Tyler Knight, Elijah Fields, Brandon Pegues, Claude Davis, and Brian Keys, all with those tackles for loss. Leading tackler for the Spokane Empire, Tyree Robinson, had 9.5, followed by Josh Ferguson with 5. With 4.5 each were Lakio along with Haig. And then with 4 touchdowns, Brown and Perry. Toby Jackson had 3, Bowers 2.5, and Rumpf had 1, along with Burrell had 1. There was 2 tackles for loss divided between 3 players for the Spokane Empire. Leading receiver for the Empire was Burrell. He had 8 grabs, 43 yards. Dowdell threw 20 of 24. A big night in passing. 184 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Sacked 1 time, long of 31. 20 of 24 is a great night, great percentage of passing. But the rushing game for the Empire just could not get started. Pierce, 13 carries, a net of 20 yards. Dowdell, 5 carries, a net of 18. He did have 1 rushing touchdown. Mike Aldrich, your thoughts about this contest tonight?
I thought it was a pretty good, evenly matched game in the first half. I thought Sioux Falls did a great job right at the end of the half to really give themselves a lead and something to go into halftime with. But really, I thought it was just a couple heavyweights that were just kind of slugging it out there early. And then we got starting the second half. They both took some big shots and scored early. But that last touchdown before halftime really mentally changed the whole course of the game.
Yeah.
Because then Spokane they were playing catch up. They weren't ever really to get in sync. They abandoned their run game. It didn't look like there was some play calling that was not the same as it was in the first half from the Spokane offense. And I think Sioux Falls did a great job, and Curtis did a great job of just stay in the course, take a couple shots. That onside kick could have really, if they would have ended up scoring off of that, would have really opened it up. But I thought the Storm called a great game. Offensively, defensively, to hold them 34 points is very good. I think in the last 30 minutes, I would say that the two teams were not evenly matched. The first 30 minutes, I thought they were evenly matched.
The final score reads 55-34. And, Mike, it has been a hoot and a half for me to work with you again. We worked for so many years together doing Storm broadcasts. I wish you nothing but the best at Southwest State University. And when do you start the football season up there?
The boys report August 10th.
Not too long from now.
No.
I remember back in the time, though, when there was a championship game that you guys had the championship night celebration, but you had equipment checkout the next day.
Oh, yeah. Yep. There was even one season when early in our run where, remember, we had joined the NIFL, joined with that team from Texas, the Intense Football League. So we had to win the NIFL, and then we had to play their champion. And so that's
Louisiana Swashbucklers.
Right. And so that second championship game, we had already reported for fall camp.
Yes.
So it was, yep. So it's nicer that these games are finishing in July as opposed to the old days.
And next year they're going to finish a week earlier or 2 weeks earlier next year. That's the idea that I'm hearing around the IFL right now. Well, I tell you what, folks, from the Denny Sanford Premier Center in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the final score, the Sioux Falls Storm 55 and the Spokane Empire 34. The Storm 17-1 on the year. The Empire fall to 13-5. Congratulations to our Craven Bar and Grill player of the game, Lorenzo Brown. And congratulations to the winner of the United Bowl 2016, the Sioux Falls Storm, their 6th championship in a row and their 10th overall. Check that. Their 6th overall, their 10th championship overall. Thank you to our radio sponsors who made our broadcast possible all season long, and to you, the listening audience, for making us a part of your evening, week in and week out. Coming up on Tuesday is the final Curtis Riggs Show. That's on our sister station, Sioux Falls Sports Radio, AM 1230 and FM 98.1 KWSN. The show starts at 5:30, and we'll talk to Coach Riggs and a couple of Storm players, and we're going to talk to Adam Brown. He is Drizzle, and he is retiring that character after this game tonight. We're going to have him on the Curtis Riggs Show on Tuesday. Don't forget, the fan appreciation is on Sunday, 11 to 12:30 at the D1 training facility that is on 69th and Southwestern. That's also where the Sioux Falls Storm offices have been moved to, and that's going to be from 11 till 12:30 tomorrow. Also, stop on out to Craven's. That's where all the teams heading out after they get ready. Craven Bar and Grill, South Louise Avenue. That's a place to stop after the game. If you're heading there, just keep heading on out. There'll be a great time for just celebrating out there. Again, the final score, the Storm 55 and the Empire 34. For the entire Sioux Falls Storm organization, my broadcast partner, Mike Aldrich, along with John Michaels, our studio and producer and engineer, I'm Rich Roste saying it's been a holy help me Hannah season. Unbelievable. The Sioux Falls Storm struggled at times throughout the course of the year, prevailed in many close games, and came through with their 4 greatest victories in a row at the end of the season and win the United Bowl championship again. And I just can't say enough about what Coach Riggs and his staff does to be able to do this week in, week out, year in, and year out. So I'm Rich Roste saying good night from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. This has been a special presentation on Kilo News Talk, AM 1320 and FM 107.9.